Frank. He knows what it's all about, and he'll move it from that.
Well, the BMW is revved up and raring to go. Let's join our commentator then. Alongside Chris Iwelumo, it's Mark Wilson.
Cheers, David. Both teams out on the field, although not yet all the Brentford players on the field. They're just waiting Ollie Watkins to get some last-minute adjustments to his kit as he goes in. They're all in black today, Brentford. The yellow socks, black shorts and black shirts, and they're just having a huddle. They know the size of the task. 4 points for Brentford, and they will be a Premier League team next season. Stoke unchanged from their midweek performance. Davis in goal, Smith, Chester, Barton, Martins, Indy at the back. It's Cousins and Klukas in the middle. McLean, Powell and Gregory up in support of Vokes up top. And just one change for Brentford. 8 successive wins for them. De Silva comes in for Marcondes. It's Rare in goal. Dalsgaard, Janssen, Pinnock and Henry at the back, as the players take a knee here in support of Black Lives Matter. And it's De Silva, Norgard and Jensen in the middle, and Buemo, Watkins and Benrahma in that now famous front three that has amassed 57 goals. We're underway at the Bet365, and Stoke defending the Boothen end away to our left-hand side, looking to get the ball forward early here on the edge of the box. They put it in towards the far post where it's cleared away, not too convincingly by Dalsgaard, and more conventional clearance up and out for a throw-in. So Stoke already, Chris Iwelumo, on the front foot here.
No, well that's it. You know, when you've got Sam Vokes in the box, you just hit him with a little bit of quality, and it's up to him to try and keep it alive, contest for everything. I'm a little bit surprised with Dalsgaard there. You know, I think he had Pontus Jansson just beside him. It's just a bit of communication. I think even it was Joshua De Silva that had dropped in a little bit. Just talking, let him know that he's in the box, there's no one around him, take it down and play the football that you can.
Yeah, Brentford will have the ball. They'll play it forward here with Jensen, but it's picked up in the heart of the midfield. Cousins flicks it forward. 2 Stoke players went for the same ball, and it's cleared away. And Watkins is the target for Brentford. 25 goals for him this season as he heads it forward, but Martins Indy on the far side will get the ball, and it's punted downfield where Raya is going to have to jump and catch this, and does well in the end to gather it, and will ball it out on the near side. It'd be interesting what the nerves. We saw West Brom last night. They froze really on the big stage, didn't they?
Yeah, no, they did. You know, I think performance-wise, probably never deserved anything out of it. But you can see already that Stoke and that Cousins, Klukas not taking any touches on the ball. Even James McLean there. It's just basically, can we go long? Can we stretch it? Can we pick up second balls in that attacking third? Brentford, you know, the way that they play football, the brand of football that they play, you know, they've shown that they've got the character and the confidence to keep doing that, Mark. But again, it's just a different pressure. But just don't get beat today in the second in the league. It's as simple as that.
Well, easier said than done. 0-0 if you just switched on. Almost 2 minutes gone, and Stoke, who been in really good form here, and they've never lost at home in the league to Brentford. 12 meetings, all right, going back quite a number of years, but never lost in 12. So Brentford, if they are going to get 3 points today, going to have to make a little bit of history, as Rico Henry down below us will have the throw in midway inside his own half, and just dwelling on the ball there. And Stoke have nicked it back, but the pass from Vokes down the sideline was a poor one in the end, and it runs away from Gregory and out for a goal kick to Brentford.
Well, that's it. You know that the Brentford are going to try and get it down. Joshua De Silva there comes short for it, and it's just sloppy play, too many touches on it. But again, what does that tell you, Mark? It says that they know what they're about. They're still going to try and do and play football the way that they want to. They're going to take chances. So yes, Stoke, you know, it's about hunting in packs. Make sure that you set the traps, and when you get it, you just have to have a little bit more quality. Sam Vokes put Lee Gregory in there, too much weight on the ball.
Watkins is trying to get the wrong side here of Chester, and gets the ball eventually. Could play him. Benrahma on the near side. Benrahma did well actually to hold his run. He initially went offside, comes back. Here's Rico Henry just inside the Stoke half. First real attacking chance as Benrahma cuts in, tries to fire the ball towards Watkins. It's cleared away, and Gregory will hold things up now. Brings McLean in over on the far side. They're trying to get over the halfway line. Stoke. Martins Indy will slide a neat ball. Klukas is on the end of this, and there are 3 red and white shirts waiting in the middle. Down by the corner flag, he'll go back to Martins Indy, who's deep here in the Brentford half, but he's gambled with the ball and he's lost it. And the referee has said, well, he said play on, but then he blows up because Martins Indy got a smack in the face, for want of a better term there. You grimace there, Chris. That looked quite a strong challenge.
Well, I have to say, you know, the referee's looking at it, and Martins Indy's been taken down, but to stop Martins Indy coming up, I'm trying to look who it was. He was taken in the chest and even in the face, and the referee see it's a free kick because he stopped Martins Indy from getting up. But I'm just talking about that break in itself. Klukas had a chance to put the ball in. You shouted it already. There's 3 bodies in there. Put the ball in the box. He's came back. He's passed it back to Zindy. That chance is gone then. But to be fair, the referee, I think, just from Zindy's reaction, because he's still down now holding the face, he had to stop play, but he's got that one wrong.
Yeah, it did look that way. Martins, he's getting quite extensive treatment over on the far side. Let's have a look at what's coming up this afternoon. 3 o'clock, Fulham, Sheffield Wednesday. TalkSport exclusive commentary and Danter and David Connolly with that one. And Fulham will have an eye on this. If Brentford do slip up and Fulham win this afternoon, Fulham could still gatecrash the automatic promotion slots. They need a lot to go in their favour, Chris, but all they can do is win, isn't it?
Well, that's it. And even if it's not to be, it's so important to have good momentum as well going into the playoffs, because if they can win the next couple of matches and it doesn't fall in their favour, they don't go up automatic no matter what they're reliant on, then it's so important to go into the playoffs on that kind of that the run of a couple of wins.
I've just seen the replay of that challenge on Martins Indy, and it was Matthias Jensen. It was a clear arm in the face. I'm not saying he did it on purpose, but he clearly caught him in the face.
Lucky man then, isn't he? Because the referee's looking right at it, and I'm sitting thinking it's got to be a free kick. I've thought he's fallen as well. Both of them are falling. He's just kind of stopped Zindy from getting up. But like you say, if intention or not, it's definitely a free kick. He's given a drop ball to Brentford. He's just going to give it to them, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he may have a bit of blood coming out of his nose, just the way that they're attending. Martin Indy is now off the field. Brentford have got it back. 5 gone. You're live on TalkSport 2. Mark Wilson and Chris Uwelamo are live here at the Bet365, where Brentford, a point at least would put them second. They need all 3 if they're going to challenge Leeds for the Championship. We saw the celebrations from Ellen Road last night as their promotion was confirmed. Are Brentford going to join them as Mbeumo gets away down the right-hand side, but the ball on the pitch that we saw extensively watered before the game just skipped away and bounces behind for a goal kick.
Again, for me, it's a good defensive line there from Stoke. And Mbeumo's he's got the pace to look in behind him. Far too much on the ball there, but like you say, Stoke will welcome that. I don't feel
if they're going to challenge Leeds for the Championship,
they can just keep possession and bounce it into
the celebrations
midfield.
From Ellen
I know
Road last night
sometimes
as
to stretch the pitch and push Stoke back, you've got to go down the side, but the defensive line was already quite deep.
Side, but the ball on the pitch that we saw extensively watered before the game. The ball is out for a goal kick, and it's headed away by Pinnock at the back for Brentford. Stoke will head it forward. Rico Henry, bit of head tennis going on here. 4-5, now 6 headers. It's flicked over the top by Gregory, but there's Janssen, the former Leeds man. I wonder what his thoughts were last night when he saw Leeds get promoted. He may well join them in the Premier League with Brentford, of course.
Yeah, you know what? I had a lot of views when they kind of got knocked out, and you seen Pontus Jansson go sit in the stand on his own. It was all about him, and very much divide. So I felt that, like you say, he's came to a good footballing club, a team that's ready for the Premier League, new stadium as well, isn't it? That's all going to be ready.
Yeah.
So you know what? I think he'd have looked at it, and there's a little bit of him saying, "I want a bit of that," and very much they're on party to go and do the exact same, really, aren't they? It's in their hands, like I said, Mark.
Yeah, 7 gone here at the Bet365. It's still goalless. Not really. It's been a bit of a midfield battle at the moment. Neither side yet being able to get it down and show their quality. We mentioned Stoke at home in really good form. They've won 6 of the last 8 here, so it has been a bit of a fortress, hasn't it, for Michael O'Neill? Well,
to be fair, he's come in and he's just kind of simplified the game. But you've already said a few times, it's just communication, like Sam Vokes and like Nick Powell going for the same ball.
Well, here's Henry, puts a cross in, flicked away though by Stoke at the back. So quick on the break there, Brentford. Ball in the midfield, that could be a foul. Referees tried to let play go on in fairness as Gregory picked up the ball, but the foul on Nick Powell right on the halfway line, free kick, no real complaints. We had a referee last night, we were live on TalkSport 2 at Huddersfield, who's sitting blow up for everything, and clearly this referee, Jeff Elchingham, is going to try and let play go if he can.
You can't let play go with that challenge here on Nick Powell, can you? There's no advantage. Like Lee Gregory's on his own, Nick Powell, great, he's on his front foot. This is
ball played down the channel, quickly taken, free kick here for Stoke, trying to get to the byline, pull it back, danger, but it's cleared away and out for a throw in for Stoke City.
Well, I've got to say, that was different class there from Tommy Smith down the line to Lee Gregory, and he got the ball in. What I don't understand is just movement. Anticipate that Lee Gregory's going to get that ball in. You know what I mean? So it's I have to say it's a good little start here from Stoke, but it's good that the referee does allow it to flow, but there's opportunities, there's no advantage from that. Lee Gregory is very much on his own there. If Nick Powell isn't taken down, it's basically a 2-on-1 scenario against Rico Henry.
We've seen nervy performances from Brentford midweek, a 1-0 win over Preston, then Barnsley were beaten at Ellen Road by Leeds 1-0, and then we saw West Brom slip up last night. And here it's goalless at the moment, no real chances for the Bees just yet. Remember, a point would do both sides pretty good. Stoke would be, in terms of goal difference, safe from the drop, and Brentford would go above West Brom, so could be one of them if we get into the last 20 minutes. Have what you hold, of course. Barnsley go to Griffin Park Wednesday night. That's their last game for Brentford. And Barnsley, we've got live on TalkSport 2 tomorrow, could be relegated by that point, could be. We'll see. Lots of twists and turns. We've got all angles covered on TalkSport Network this weekend. As the ball played forward by Adam Davis, his third start of the season. Janssen heads it away. Martins Indy, who's back on, brings it down. Side foots the ball to McLean. McLean's got Klukas making a good run. They've not picked him up. Klukas first time cross in, and it's straight in the arms of David Raya. Well, that time he did get the cross in. It was just a little bit too soon, and Raya, you could argue similar comment there, has just punted it downfield and straight out for a throw-in.
And that's nerves coming into it there. If you look at Raya, his distribution's usually excellent, but look at that. Martins Indy, communication, takes it down in his chest, gives it to James McLean. It's a great little weighted pass for Klukas, isn't it? And you know what, bodies, Gregory and Volks breaking neck to get in the box. He just needed to take another touch there, Mark. Get his head up and then put the ball into the box. But I don't mind them trying the early one, but a little bit too close to Raya that time.
10 gone, 0-0 here. Stoke being the better side thus far, as Tommy Smith will look to get play back underway with a throwing down the right hand side. Here's Powell. Gets it back, cross comes in from Smith, another good ball in, and Klukas arriving, just couldn't get on the end of it. It's headed upwards, ball still in the area, then it's cleared away by Brentford. Looking for Benrahma on the near side. Smith's got the better of him, but that was a really good ball in.
Unbelievable ball, isn't it, from Tommy Smith, and to be fair, Klukas done everything in his power to try and get there. Oh, here we go.
Here's a chance at the far post from McLean. Shot blocked, Luke's up in the air, headed away, and at the moment Brentford cannot get the ball out of their penalty area. Here's McLean again on the left hand side. Cross comes in, cleared away at the near post by Nordgaard, but it's going to be recycled back into the edge of the box. It's bouncing around, and Gregory, I think, realising he was offside, had to let Rico Henry get it, but as Henry clears it, the ball charged down by Gregory, and Brentford will get the ball back on the half, just inside their own half. Trying to go backwards here with De Silva. Ball cleared up towards the halfway line, headed away by Stoke, and Smith again will pick the ball up, gets it away on this near side to Klukas. Will get the ball back just outside the centre circle, goes back to the keeper, back to his defender, and now it's spread out wide where McLean's got a bit of room, but the ball's high above his head and out for a throw in. 0-0.
Got to say, without the ball, looking very good. Stoke, aren't they? They're pressing, they're making it very difficult, forcing the pass, and basically forcing error from Brentford. And when they get it, they're using it, they've got options, and keeping possession of the ball really, really well. I've got to say, the chance there, James McLean done ever so well, didn't he? Struck it well, and it's Dalsgaard that's put through himself in front of it and took one for the team there. And in that scenario, you're probably thinking there's not many other players other than James McLean. He struck it well, it's definitely going on target, but good defending and then from Brentford, very well worked.
Here's Raya, all in red, gets the ball away towards Watkins, who miscontrols it. It's out for a throw in. I won't say Brentford haven't started yet, but they're second best here at the moment. Stoke on top. They've put a couple of good crosses in. That McLean shot was blocked just a couple of moments ago. You're live on TalkSport 2 at the Bet365. We've got a championship doubleheader live and exclusive on TalkSport 2 today. Fulham Sheffield Wednesday to follow at 3. Plenty of live action as well over on TalkSport, as now there's a ball back to the keeper from Chester. Gets it back to Davis, who clears it right footed towards the halfway line as the rain comes down here at the Bet365. Gregory holds it up, gets it away to Klukas. Nice pass for Smith. Gregory wants the ball played over the top. He'll get it, but it's headed away from him by Pinnock, and here's Henry, who will just knock it long and downfield, and Watkins is after this. It hasn't gone out. I think Chester thought that ball had gone out. He almost gave up on it. Watkins down by the corner flag. Benrahma's arriving. Gets to Benrahma, back to Watkins. And Buemo was waiting in the area at the far side, but Brentford will go back. They'll try and get some more bodies forward, and Stoke get everybody back behind the ball. And Brentford with Janssen will spread it wide on the right-hand side, where Dalsgaard will get it away. Here now is a run into the box from Matthias Jensen, but it's too deep and it skips away and out for a goal kick. But that's probably the best we've seen. It's taken 14 minutes from Brentford.
Yeah, you know what, different class there. Ollie Watkins, you know, he's chasing a nothing ball. James Chester's got to be switched on and chasing him all the way there, but nice little passage of play, using it well, and they've got into the middle third, the attacking third as well, and kept it. You know, like you say, 14 minutes in, and it's probably the first little bit of play that we've seen from them. Maybe it's just down to it, like Thomas Frank, it's down to information. Look, play it down the side, play it down with quality, try and stretch him a little bit, but Stoke have been decent without it, so it's very much a good game, tactical game from both sides.
Ball played forward, is flicked on by Vokes, but into the chest of Nordgaard, who gets it to Dalsgaard. Now the ball forward down the line. Martins Indy steps in, but his pass is a poor one. Jensen takes up possession. Now they're looking for the crossfield switch, and here's Watkins trying to get in behind Chester, who did really well. Headed the ball and calmly headed it down to Danny Bart, who will get it to Martins Indy, who will clear it away. That was good defending as a team there. Looked like there was a nudge on Vokes, but the ball will find Vokes now. It was Gregory who was nudged off the ball, and the ball tickled down the sideline. Here comes Cousins forward into an advanced position. His cross is blocked, and Raya will sprint across and keep it in quite comfortably in the end. 15 on the clock here on TalkSport 2, live at the Bet365, where it's Stoke City 0, Brentford 0.
Yeah, I've got to say I've been impressed with Tommy Smith, his distribution so far, making the right decision. Cousins there got the ball in advance, and I think Cousins, with the energy and the pace that he's got as well, he can go down the side. He's trying to kind of pass the ball into the box. Very evident that Michael O'Neill's just said to him, look who we've got in the box. We've got good strong players there that's got a presence. Let's give them the service. And you know what, all over the pitch, that's the first and foremost. Can we go to the outlet? Can we go to the point man? If it's Vokes, if it's Gregory that's getting up beside him, and even Powell that's floating around Vokes at every opportunity as well.
Here now is Josh Da Silva. He came in for Marcondes, who drops to the bench today for Brentford. That's the one change made by Thomas Frank, as Raya gets the ball back to Da Silva. Benrahma comes short towards him, will turn and finds himself on the edge of the centre circle. He's looking up, assessing the options. He almost seems to have a lot of time, doesn't he? Finds Jensen. Jensen has Watkins in front of him. Goes instead to Bueno, who's dispossessed on the far side. And Klukas will tidy things up back to Bart, who left-footed will clear up towards the halfway line. Janssen wins a header, finds Da Silva. Da Silva quickly under pressure from Cousins. Goes back to Ethan Pinnock. And Brentford, you get the feeling now they're just starting to get a feel for the ball. Yeah. Here's Benrahma, turns over the halfway line, running towards goal. Watkins gives him the ball back. On this near side, he's got Henry. He's going to float the ball to the far post. Chance here, headed, good save by Davis. And it's cleared away by Martins Indy. It was Bueno got in at the far post, and that was a really good chance. And they may get another one here as Benrahma, 30 yards out from goal, goes to ground. Powell, lovely flick, finds Klukas, and the ball will come forward here with Smith, who plays it long and downfield, and should be dealt with at the back by Henry. He finds his teammate Nordgaard, who in turn finds Dalsgaard, who's pulled down. That was a poor challenge from McLean. Grabbed hold of his shirt collar, dragged him down, and it's a free kick. 17 gone, but we just saw Brentford there. That was a chance.
That's exactly what they're all about. And you look at Benrahma, you know, you said it earlier that he finds, no matter how tight it is, he just has time to do exactly what he wants. Good footballer. He's got it to the left-hand side of the penalty box there. I'm sitting thinking he's just going to cut it back and try and just feel it round the man and maybe get a shot away. Even better than that, he sees the run from Bueno there, and he just kind of lifted it over. And it had to be saved from Davies. A great save from Davies. It's bounced, and I think Mbeumo can actually go and take it with his foot. He's took it with his head, hasn't he? He's tried to go.
He got caught, didn't he, in two minds?
Go and meet it on the full there, and you know what? Makes it very difficult for Davies to do anything there in goals.
Well, here they're coming again down the left-hand side. Brentford. It is Benrahma again. Cuts in onto his right foot. He's going to unleash a shot. Well blocked in the end by Cousins and cleared away by Martins Indy. But Brentford just starting to strut their stuff here. And Bueno has it wide on the right. He now cuts in, looks for the give and go with Benrahma, who in turn finds Jensen crossing to the area, and there it's cleared away by Chester. But they're just starting to find their range of passing now.
Yeah, just the movement, you know, the touches around the 18-yard box, and it's one of them. James Chester done it ever so well there, just to kind of get in front and clear the line. It's a great little ball across from Jensen as well, but the movement, the one-touch stuff, I'll let them down there. But again, they've got the quality, haven't they?
Well, they're getting it back here. And the ball will come out to this near side. Da Silva to Rico Henry. Benrahma is on the touchline, tried a little back heel. Tommy Smith wasn't having that, blocks it, and it's out for a throw-in. But Brentford, having started quietly here, 4 points, remember, will see them promoted with Leeds United to the Premier League. First time in the top flight since 1947. As they now get the ball forward, and Benrahma is denied by Klukas, but then he gives the ball straight back to Rico Henry. Henry goes down a bit of a blind alley, and in the end can't keep the ball in after Nick Powell got back and got a foot in, and it's out for a throw-in.
Yeah, but you look at that, Nick Powell shouldn't have to do that. You know, Sam Klukas is in good control of the ball there, and it's like straight away he panics. He's done ever so well to get possession back of the ball. That's when you want the quality player that he is. Get your head up, know that you've got time, take a couple of touches and just keep possession of the ball. But he just gave it straight back to Brentford there. Then Nick Powell's harried, chased it, and then and won Stoke City a throw-in down the right-hand side.
Ball forward from Stoke from the throw-in. It'll bounce towards Pontus Jansson. The Swedish international will bring it forward into the centre circle. He'll roll it out to Dalsgaard on the far side. He goes in field. Benrahma again popping up in the middle of the park. Gets it away to Jensen. Jensen looks up. He gets to the byline. There's two black shirts in the middle. One of them is Watkins with a header, but he can't get enough on it. He was high above the defender but couldn't get the power, and it's behind for a goal kick.
Talk to me about the quality of Jensen there. That's different class. You know, he's getting marshalled, and he does a little fake, you know, the little fade. That, it shouldn't work as easy as that. As a defender, you've got to just make sure that you're following the ball. The little body movement shouldn't stop you from chasing your man, but Jensen created the space, and I've got to say the ball to Watkins as well was excellent. Watkins just probably could have worked his feet a little bit better, try and step back and then go and attack the ball at its highest point.
20 minutes gone, 0-0. Fans of West Bromwich Albion, Fulham and Leeds will all be watching on here as there's a chance on the turn here. Klukas tries to get it to Gregory, wanted to hit it first time. He eventually got the shot away, it bounced off a defender and comes back to Stoke here. And Smith arriving, puts the ball in, headed away at the near post by Nordgaard, and out for a throw in here. Smith is, to be fair, looking to get the ball in every opportunity.
Yeah, it's got to beat the first man there. You know, done everything right, but beat the first man. But Gregory, in and around the box, I think he's spot on. He knows where the goal is. That one there, I think he can take a little gamble, try and take it a little bit earlier. He's allowed the ball to bounce and then come back down, and he's hit it straight into the Ethan Pinnock there.
Well, here's another cross, comes into the box, and it's taken down after Janssen cleared it by Powell, but he couldn't get the pass away. Now Watkins is chasing a bouncing ball over the halfway line. It's headed straight up in the air. Watkins beaten to it though. Cousins coming back, really did track back well and got the ball back to his keeper, who bowls it out too quickly. McLean looks at him and says, "Are you serious?" It's skipped away and it's out for a throw to Brentford on the halfway line.
Well, I don't mind that from Adam Davies here. He's trying to get Stoke on the front foot. He's trying to kind of create a bit of tempo. But talk to me, how many times do you see centre-backs allow the ball to bounce? Danny Bath there, you can't allow the ball to bounce. As a striker, we love that. We just go and pin ourselves in, we get it down, we allow the team to come up, go and head the ball, go and put your head on it.
Yeah, that's exactly what Bruno Martins India's done, but it's picked up by Jensen on the halfway line. The rain is lashing down here, which you get the feeling is starting to suit Brentford's style of play. They're fizzing the ball about on this surface here, and it comes out to Henry on the near side, denied by a tackle back from Gregory, who wanted to throw him but isn't going to get it. Thomas Frank on the edge of his technical area looks on. Looks like it's dressed down day, doesn't it? Looks quite relaxed, doesn't he, with his jeans and his trainers on. And we're going to have the drinks break here. It is Stoke City 0, Brentford 0, 22 minutes gone. Live on Talk Sport 2. Chris Uwelamo, what's your thoughts on the opening quarter of the game?
I think if you're Michael O'Neill, you're happy. You know, I think without the ball, he's obviously told him to get the service into the box. Every opportunity, crosses are coming in. Well, even in the middle of the pitch, you know, it's just round the corner. Can we stretch it? Can we put Brentford on the back foot? I think Brentford have grown into it now. You see exactly what they're about. They've seen what Stoke are going to do today, and I think they're up for the challenge. I think we've already seen with the quality they've got. Benrahma, if you give him time, he's going to hurt you. He'll hurt anyone, no matter what level. You talk about Premier League clubs interested in him. That's the reason why, because he can see a pass, execute it, and sometimes see something. I'm sitting here watching it. I never seen Mbeumo come in. I'm sitting thinking, get the shot away. He's just outstanding, isn't he?
He is, indeed.
But you look at the players around him as well. You know, like Watkins and Mbeumo, what they do. You can see the linking up very well at the minute. But so important, the likes of Joshua De Silva. Every time he gets on the ball, he's trying to go forward, and he's been caught out a couple of times. So at the minute, they're controlling the tempo of it. Stoke aren't taking too many touches when they get possession. I'd like to see a few more little passes from Stoke and try and keep possession of the ball rather than do everything 1-2 touch.
Brentford have the throw, and then we're back underway. Benrahma gets the ball away here to Jensen. Jensen will go out wide now, and Bueno is on that far side, looking to put the cross in. It deflects off a Stoke player. Powell will pick the ball up and gets the ball eventually to McLean on the far side, who knocks it long. Vokes the target. Janssen with him. He flicks it past Janssen. Gregory was on the hunt there, and rather fortunately the ball ricochets into the Brentford penalty area and in favour of Brentford, where Raya will get it. Don't forget, 3 o'clock live on TalkSport 2, more exclusive commentary from the EFL, the Championship. Fulham against Sheffield Wednesday, Ian Danter and David Connolly. And across on TalkSport, exclusive commentary, Norwich-Burnley at 5:30. Joe Shannon and Dean Ashton are live at Carrow Road. And then 7:45, Arsenal-Manchester City FA Cup semi-final, where Jim Proudfoot and Stuart Pearce will bring you the action. There's the ball out on the far side, and Mbeumo couldn't quite keep it in. And it's out for a throw into Stoke. Just really that one big chance, wasn't it? And Mbeumo denied by Davis. That's been the nearest Brentford have come.
No, it is, but it's just a little bit of magic from Benrahma to play the pass. You know, if you're looking for the Stoke, it's the James McLean shot. There has been some great balls coming in. So no, it's like I say, the two teams will be happy. I think manager will be happy with it. I think if you look at the likes of James McLean, he's trying to go direct to Sam Vokes, so it's a big ask for Nick Powell and Lee Gregory to go up and supporting them as often as possible. They have a defensive responsibility as well, Mark.
Yeah, Watkins did well to control a high ball, but then couldn't find Mbeumo on the far side, and annoyance for the Brentford players, but just a timing issue there as Mbeumo gets into the tackle and wins it back, and the ball fed quickly to Benrahma. Benrahma, if he looks up, Mbeumo made a great run in front of him but didn't find him, and then as the Algerian goes into the box, Benrahma's denied, and the ball will be cleared away, or it won't, because the ball cannons off a Brentford player, and Martins Indy, all he can do is knock it out for a throw in. And more danger here as Brentford have the ball over on their right hand side, level with the edge of the box, going to slide it towards, and Mbeumo I think was offside. He let the ball run past him, and Davis collects. Still 0-0.
Well, again, and you look at as Benrahma on the ball there, he's with Danny Bath. It's a great little intervention with Danny Bath. He gets his body in front and they clear straight away, give it straight back to Brentford. I've got to say then, under a little bit of pressure, Martins Indy, you should just go to James McLean, and he's just kicking the ball out of play. That's when, as a defender, you've got to be aware of what your surroundings are, and if you've got time to do this or that. Great defending there from Vokes. That's what you want from Sam Vokes from the front. That's where the defending starts. Definitely putting the pressure on Rico Henry there. Yeah,
block the clearance, out for a throw-in. Pinnock will go back to Raya. Raya will have a touch in his own 6-yard box. Saw David Raya concede a freak goal in the 5-1 win at Hull earlier in the season when he let a shot from the halfway line go straight underneath his boot and into the back of the net. But he's an ever-present for Brentford, and they've got the second best defence in the Championship. Ball played forward, Vokes takes it on his chest, comes to this near side, and that's Gregory. Gregory gets the ball into the area, headed towards goal, and that was Vokes on the end of it, and it's behind for a goal kick. Again, probably not quite at the right place for Vokes. He was struggling to get his head round it and couldn't keep it down.
How many goals has Sam Vokes scored like that though, Mark? You know, he's coming and you're thinking he's got no chance, but all the power, all the pace is on the ball that he just guides it. I've got to say, the ball from Tommy Smith to Lee Gregory there, excellent. You know, he keeps it alive, then and Tommy Smith breaking his neck to go and support. It comes back to him, first time ball in. I don't mind that at all, because you've got bodies in the box, and if, like you say, they're going to be willing to do that if the ball keeps coming in.
Yeah, De Silva does well to turn away from Powell, finds Benrahma. Benrahma will look for De Silva. De Silva has got almost the wrong side. He was tugged back there by Smith, and that will be a free kick. Jeff Eltringham comes across. There'll be no card for that one. It was a blatant foul though, wasn't it?
How can you not get a card for that? You know, it's Tommy Smith. It's like it's going to be a race, and De Silva's already shown that he's got the legs for that. It's lazy defending in my opinion, but he should have a yellow card for that.
I agree. Free kick midway inside the Stoke half here, almost 28 on the clock, live on TalkSport 2. Mark Wilson and Chris Owellamo here, live at the Bet365. Stoke a point and they're safe. For Brentford, 4 points and they're in the Premier League. It's as simple as that. 2 games left, or a game and 3/4 left in their season, and they're going to swing it in here. Jensen and De Silva have stood over it. Are they going to play it short? No, Jensen almost marking his run up now. Well, it's a decoy because the ball's played in by De Silva. There was a player down at the far post. Pinnock it was, saying he was blocked. He was protesting to the official on the far side, who just waved him away. And the ball now with Raya goes out wide over on the far side. On the halfway line, Brentford have it, but they're happy just to have possession. They're having more and more of it at the moment. There's a ball now with Pontus Jansson, gets it away on the far side. Here now is Matthias Jensen, turned away from the would-be challenge, gets the ball away. And here now is Rico Henry on this left-hand side. He too an ever-present for Brentford. And Pinnock and Janssen will get the ball away over on the far right-hand side again, where they'll find Mbeumo. Jensen made a run forward, wasn't seen. They'll go back again. There's plenty of movement in this Brentford side, but at the minute they just can't quite find that last pass. Jensen on the half turn. Martins Indy went and blocked him off, and wasn't a good ball in the end, and it's out. Dalsgaard wins a throw-in over on the far side.
Well, I think if you look at Michael O'Neill's men, job done. If you're forcing Brentford to go back all the time, they're going back into the defensive third, and then they're just keeping the ball. They're trying to probe, but they're not recycling it quick enough for me. They can switch play up with the quality they've got. It's a great little ball, by the way.
Here's Jensen again. He found a bit of space in behind, and Mbeumo makes a run, takes the defenders away. They're trying to find De Silva, but Klukas nicked it away from him. But that will be a concern. Jensen's starting to find a little bit of running room as De Silva picks the ball up. Here now is Said Benrahma on the left hand side of the box, puts in the cross, headed away at the near post, but it's going to come back again to Henry. And Brentford here have got a posse of black shirts around the box as Benrahma tries to go past Smith, and the ball comes off Benrahma and behind for a goal kick. Well, if we criticised Tommy Smith a minute ago, that was good defending.
Different class defending. What I have to say, Brentford are picking up second balls, weren't they? It's coming out the box straight away. Brentford are onto it, keeping the pressure on. Comes to Benrahma there, and it's 1-on-1 with Tommy Smith. Good defending, kept his eye on the ball. I got a little bit lucky because I think Benrahma tried a little one through the legs, but again, defensively, can't ask for more.
Half an hour on the clock, live on TalkSport 2, your home of the EFL. We've seen Leeds promoted. Will Brentford, West Brom, or even Fulham be joining them in the automatic spots? We'll find out more in the next hour or so here as the ball flicked on to Gregory. Powell will pick it up, and if he looks out wide, there's McLean. McLean now looks to get the cross in on his left foot. Flick round the corner, and it won't quite fall. It may do here. Shot from the edge of the box, and it's wide in the end, but there was a foul. I think Klukas has been penalised, and he walks up to Jeff Eltringham, pointing his finger at him, almost jabbing him in the chest as he goes past. But that was a free kick.
Well, again, exactly straight out the book, isn't it? You know, Davies long one, Vokes wins it. Lee Greggy keeps it alive. It comes back to Klukas. He goes out to James McLean, first time ball in, and it's a fantastic little touch round the corner from Lee Gregory for Klukas making the run. I don't think it's much in the foul, you know, and then Sam Vokes gets the shot. Sam will be disappointed that he's not hit the target there, but as for Klukas there, you've got to put pressure on it. A little bit lucky that the flick from Gregory just never had that quality to go in behind Janssen.
Here is Janssen on the ball again now, comes forward, the rain continues. Quite a mild day though here as they go back to David Raya. Hasn't really had a lot to do, and he gets the ball away to Dalsgaard over on that far side, and Brentford will come forward again. This time they're going to go long. Watkins is the target, but the keeper comes and confidently shouts to his defender who's going to get it, and Davis does just that.
Again, good goalkeeping there, isn't it? And it's a worrying one for me. A long ball like that, it shouldn't really bounce, you know, but again, if you hear your keeper come, you still want your defenders to just go and put the head on it. But Davies has come out commanding, and he's good hands as well there. But as Ollie Watkins, I'd be thinking, you know what, I'll capitalise on that next time.
Yeah. Is it the pace of Watkins that's a problem, and they're worried that if they go for it and don't get it, then he's gone behind you, hasn't he?
Of course, but that's more so even the reason to go and put your head on the ball. Don't let it bounce at all, man.
Yeah. Be decisive one way or the other. Yeah, ball comes forward with Pinnock. That's a poor ball though, out past De Silva, who I think was waiting for Henry to come back and collect it. Thomas Frank will get the ball in the technical area, just rolls it out. 8 successive wins for Brentford arriving here, looking to equal a club record of 9. That was set in 1932. There's a ball down the Stoke right, and the cross was a poor one from Powell, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. Well, they're the top scorers in the Championship. Brentford 79 before today. They've got the second best defence. If the numbers tell us anything, they deserve to be in the top 2, don't they?
Exactly. You know, I think you look at the goals that the front three create on their own, and like you say, second best defence, the football they play. Now they're ticking all boxes, aren't they? But you know what? They need to go and get the result today, and like you say, they don't get beat. and you jump up into second, and then it's all in your hands again for the next one.
Yeah, it is indeed. For so long they've been chasing. As Pinnock does well to step away and gets the ball forward past Gregory, but here's Chester who turns under pressure from Watkins, and the ball now goes back and it's played long by Danny Bart, who's got 2 in his last 2 games. He'd like a chance here today as the ball goes forward. Here's Vokes on the half turn, but he's denied, and then Ben Rama plays the ball. Watkins looked offside, it was right in front of us, and as Watkins goes to keep the ball in, the flag will go up. He just went half a second too soon. Yeah,
he went half a second too soon. Ben Rama's put a great ball in, so basically the balls went past Ollie Watkins there, and he's looking at the linesman, and the linesman's just waiting for him to get touch of the ball. He's ran about 20 yards further on, advance, and as soon as he touches the ball, the linesman puts his flag up. He's offside.
Yeah.
The linesman, just put your flag up straight away.
I know, it would keep the game moving, because he could have left it and Stoke could have played on, couldn't they? Here is Davis with a free kick then from that offside flag decision. 34 on the clock, live on TalkSport 2. He thought it might be tense today given the magnitude of what's at stake. As the ball played forward, it's cleared away. Good header by Janssen. It's coming back into the mix. Janssen wins it again. Jensen flicks it on. Here's Bruno Martins Indy, who just hooks the ball straight up in the air. Gregory comes across, gets a touch on it, and then goes into a challenge. It comes off Gregory and out for a throwing down below. He's put himself about a bit, Lee Gregory. He's struggled for goals, hasn't he? I don't think he's scored in his last 17, but he's busy.
Yeah, he is. You know what you're going to get from him, don't you? And that's a disappointing thing. He knows he's tried and tested. He's scored goals at this level consistently. Again, he's finding it difficult. He's not starting all the games. He's been a kind of bit part player, but you know what you're going to get with work ethic from him, and he does throw himself about, and he's got a very tidy touch as well, around those in that final third.
Jensen gets it to Dalsgaard, and Jensen again continues that run, and it's that run I think that could be the key to unlocking this game. He constantly running at the defenders. If they find him, he may well be through on goal. Here now is Henry though on the left. Watkins says give me the ball back, I'll have it. Gets it into De Silva, back to Watkins. Watkins has got Ben Rama with him. Ben Rama gets the ball out of his feet, tries to feed it through, and again possibly the shot was on for him there, but again trying to feed it through, and they'll keep the ball here, and Buemo has it on the far side, gets it away to Jensen, back they go to halfway again. But Dalsgaard now will find a pass from Buemo, pops up on that right touchline, he bumps off the one challenge, gets the ball back, comes again midway inside the Stoke half, crosses looping up in the air. Danny Bart will head it away, chested down beautifully there by Vokes, but it's picked up again by Janssen, who fizzed the pass forward, and it's cleared away, and Stoke now just tippy-tapping the passes, and they work it forward here on the half turn for Gregory. Ball moves out wide on the right hand side. Here's Smith just knocks it down the line for Cousins has got Henry in front of him. Now he'll play it back to Smith, chance here for the cross. No, Rico Henry, wonderful defending, knocks it out for a throw-in that Stoke want to take quickly, but they're going to leave it to Tommy Smith.
Well, I have to say, fantastic play from Stoke as well. Those little passes we've seen, Clucas out to Tommy Smith, he then puts it, because you know what, Cousins tries to get advanced as often as he can and linked up very well. I think Rico Henry, great defending there, but like you say, Stoke have got a throw in the attacking third now, but fantastic build-up play from them.
They have indeed. Ball down this near side, aiming towards Vokes in the middle, flicks it on, McLean will get it far post, lays it back to Clucas with a shot, parried and tapped into the net, and Stoke City lead here, and Lee Gregory's wait for a goal is over. He tucks in from close range, and Stoke City lead. It's Stoke 1, Brentford 0.
Well, we have to say, excellent play just from a throw in. The ball comes in, Vokes puts it to James McLean, he cuts it back for Clucas, first time shot with the left, and Rhea just parries it. Who's alive? What you just said 5 minutes ago, he's on the move, great little touch, he's alive to it, puts the ball in the back of the net, and you know what, he deserves the goal with the work rate that he's put in. Fantastic work goal as well. 3, 4, 5 players involved in the move and the goal, outstanding. And again, I wouldn't say it's against the run of play, because both teams have had their moments.
Well, Lee Gregory with a goal, 38 minutes in here. The Baggies fans will be cheering that, because as it stands now, their fate is back in their own hands. Long way to go, and Brentford, you feel, will be stung into action there, but They got the shot on target, and the keeper, there were quite a lot of bodies in front of him, Chris. He parries it, and there was a red and white shirt to knock it in.
Well, we've worked together how many times, Mark, and always say if the opportunity presents yourself, get a shot away. If there's bodies in front, you just never know. Rea has been ever present. It was a good stop, but again, it's because of the players closing in, anticipating that he might drop it, that Lee Gregory's got his goal.
Well, Michael O'Neill looks on, and at the moment he'll be very, very pleased with what he sees in front of him. Was it 8 points that Stoke had 15 games into the season? They looked buried, didn't they?
Yep, they did.
But he's turned things around, the Northern Irish, or former Northern Irish manager. And with 6 to go to the break, it's Brentford who are chasing a goal back here, but they have it at the back with Pinnock. He will knock it for Henry. Henry, if he can find Watkins here. There's players at the far post. Watkins went to hit it, and Buemo is screaming at him. He was unmarked, 12 yards out on the far post. And maybe there, Ollie Watkins, 25 goals he may have this season, but the pass was a better option.
Talk to me about the defending there. Okay, Tommy Smith, I understand why he's advanced. Danny Bath has tried to come across and cover. You can't leave Ollie Watkins, you know, the danger man. You can't leave him that amount of space. And Martin's Indy's come across because he's seen the danger and made a great block for the Watkins shot there. Just switch on. I know you say it, you've just scored a goal. The next 5 minutes is so important that you don't concede. Yeah,
Davis clears his lines. Headed forward here by Norgard. And Stoke have it at the back. They lead by a goal to 0. Ball flicked on by Gregory, but Pinnock is there, and one of our colleagues, Carlo, was with us last night, lifelong West Brom fan. He was heartbroken last night. He's just sent me a message, says get in. They believe the Baggies, but there could be danger here because Jensen has made another run forward down the right. He's eyeing up the cross towards Watkins. Chester's there. He rose beautifully, didn't he, and just headed it away. But the ball will be coming back here, or will it? The chance could be on for the break. Referee plays advantage. Powell strides through a couple of tackles and he's dispossessed, and the referee Jeff Eltringham will pull play back there. Really did allow the advantage to unfold. He wants a word with Dalsgaard on the far side. Just a stern talking to, but well done the referee.
No, I thought the referee was excellent there, but look, Rea was about 25 yards out of his box there, and it's Nick Powell on the halfway line. He had the chance. He took a first touch because he was getting marshalled by 2 players. But see if he just got his head up as he's running towards the ball before he gets there. He's got that quality as well, Powell, he has. You know, so again, yeah, referee, well done. And again, better from Stoke there, coming out, they're showing that they've got the pace and the break. But take the chance on.
4 minutes to go to the break. Here live on TalkSport 2. Ball cleared away. Stoke lead by a goal to 0. As it stands, West Brom will remain second. Leeds will be the champions of the Championship. As the ball comes forward, was Henry onside? He was, but he turns without the ball, and then as De Silva goes in, I think he just caught his ankle in the tackle. It's out for a throw in. Well, Michael O'Neill looks on. He just goes to sit back down in his dugout. He's done a remarkable job here. You know, 10 wins in 16 at home. That's some going, isn't it?
No, he's been excellent. You know, he's come in, he's really simplified it all. You know, like you say, he said that he inherited a very big squad. You know, squad that are probably on a good bit of money as well. That some of those players didn't really kind of feel that they wanted to be here. But you know, if you don't want to be there, go out and play out your socks, and you get that move away. You know, that's how football works. So yeah, as he simplified the game, he's allowed the players to go out there and express himself. And you know what? Like you say, that record speaks for itself, doesn't it? The home record.
Yeah, here's Buemo, gets the ball away to Ben Rama. Ben Rama had to be strong in the tackle, and then Skillful gets away from 2, and that time I think he wanted the advantage. Yeah, the referee blew the whistle.
You know, I think that little entanglement there, there was 2 players on him. It was definitely a foul. He got away from the 2 of them, and then Eltringham, the referees brought it back.
Well, here come Brentford down their right. Can they snatch one back like West Brom did last night at the John Smith Stadium? Level just before the break. Here's Janssen coming forward. Slides it forward. It's denied, the pass. And here's Bruno Martins Indy, who will look out on that far side for McLean, but it's picked up by Christian Norgard. He goes down the line for Jensen, beaten to it. Stoke have been very impressive in this first half, and here now is Gregory on the turn. Vokes had just gone a yard offside, but the ball for him in favour of Ethan Pinnock anyway, and he will bring it now over the halfway line. De Silva rides a challenge of Cousins, gets the ball to Ben Rama. Ben Rama Licence really to roam where he wants at the moment. Fires the ball to De Silva. De Silva gets it away here to Jensen, 30 yards out. Puts the cross into Watkins, just above him. He just couldn't quite get his feet there quick enough, and it's behind for a goal kick.
Like you said, they have been impressive, Stoke, haven't they? Again, the ball, Benrahma is all over the place, but you look at how Stoke set up. They've got their units, haven't they? If they're going to have a man that's going to go and follow Benrahma everywhere, he's still going to get on the ball, he's still going to cause you problems. So all you can do is allow him to drop deep, which he is. He's dropping quite deep to go and get the ball, but he's got the quality to drift past players and drive past players. So at the minute, you just got to make sure your two units are compact, they're shuffling across, the distance between the lines are good, and at the minute they're doing their job defensively. 44
minutes on the clock here. Stoke 1, Brentford 0. If you just joined us, Lee Gregory with a goal on 38 minutes, a tap in from close range. Leeds United, as it stands, will be the champions, and at 5 o'clock on TalkSport 2, Jermaine Beckford brings you Leeds United Ups and Downs, a special programme looking at the Yorkshire club's 16-year exile from the Premier League. Don't forget, download the TalkSport app and swipe right to listen to TalkSport 2. All at the back with Brentford then. There'll be a little bit of added on time. We had that injury to Bruno Martins Indy early in the game. Got all that knock on the face and he busted his nose. He's carried on though, Martins Indy. We've had the drinks break as well, so there'll be at least 2, maybe 3 or 4 added on minutes as Jensen moves it out wide for Dalsgaard. Jensen again runs forward. Benrahma on the half turn wants the ball, but they'll find Watkins. Norgard gets it away. Here's Benrahma looking for Watkins on the return, but Smith is bundled over in the area by Watkins, and you can clearly tell Brentford every time the ball's gone out of play, Ollie Watkins has run and picked the ball up and brought it back in field.
Yeah, well that's it. It's keeping the tempo of the match, but you also can say that the front three, they make sure that they leave it on the defender, and that's it. I get told that it's your chance to let them know that they're in a game. Tommy Smith running as fast as he can there. Ollie Watkins just thinking about the way it's a blatant foul. It's a silly one, but again, it just lets Tommy Smith know that he's in a game. As well as they can play football, they've got that physicality to them as well, Brentford. They tick all boxes.
Yeah, Pinnock heads it away. We've got 300 on minutes at the end of the half, where Stoke lead by a goal to 0, and here's Nick Powell, moves it wide. Can McLean bring it down? What a lovely first touch. Gets it down 25 yards out from goal. Looks to put the cross in. It loops up off a defender and out. I think it bounced out of play for a throw-in over on that far side. And Jeff Altrincham just says, yep, it's a throw-in. McLean says,
not happy.
You're kidding. I must admit, I thought we're right over the other side of the ground. I thought that bounced out of play for a throw-in.
I thought I'd say corner just from the spin of it.
If you're saying it's a corner for me. That will do. We finally found a press box that's big enough for you to get in anyway, by the way.
Unbelievable, different class.
Yeah. Ball over on the far side. Stoke leading by a goal to 0. There's a bit of a wrestling match on the byline, and it's Brentford who will get the free kick. It's rather more luxurious than the surroundings at Burton. I'll never forget you trying to work your way into that. Your 6'4" frame into that.
Yeah.
It's like a box at Brentford.
We've had a few places that's a little bit tight, but it's all good. It's all good.
It is. Ball out on this near side. Brentford have it then. They're chasing the game. They're not panicking just yet. They've got plenty of time to turn this around. And remember, a point would still lift them above West Brom. They've got that far superior goal difference to the Baggies, but they've got to get the goal first. As the ball worked forward, it misses Benrahma and Watkins. Played forward. Janssen just almost invited Vokes to chase the ball down. He headed it away from him at the last minute. Smith went for the high ball there. He could maybe let that go out, and Henry's won a throw in.
Well, you're looking at Sam Vokes there now. You don't mind him working hard for the team. There's no point in him doing that. As a striker, he's got to say, I'm going on my own. If he's going on his own, he's just got to stop and then let them play in front. And then as soon as he gets the word from behind, yeah, let's go together. Because like you said, then he just took himself out of play, and then the Stoker a man down.
Yeah, Janssen was almost inviting him, wasn't he, to go and challenge for the ball, knowing he was going to win it. Another throw in. Thomas Frank, edge of his technical area, looking on, as is Michael O'Neill, but O'Neill will be the happier at the moment. A goal to 0, and that is half-time here at the Bet365 Stadium. Well, it was an evenly poised game. Stoke put a couple of good balls into the box early on, and they had that McLean shot blocked, but the best chance of the half fell at the other end, where the ball from Benrahma found Brian Mbuemo arriving at the far post. He got the effort on target, but Davis spread himself well to save. And then the goal came at the other end. Shot from the edge of the box, blocked by Rare, but there was Lee Gregory to tap the ball in for his 5th league goal of the season. And it's a goal that at the moment has Leeds United as champions and West Brom possibly staying in 2nd place. Brentford with work to do at the break here at the Bet365 Stadium. It's Stoke City 1, Brentford 0.
Thank you very much, Mark Wilson and Chris Iwelumo at the Bet365. Wow, a day of twists and turns following on from last night's extraordinary collapse of West Brom's title challenge or promotion push. We've got another story on our hands with Stoke City needing a point to fend off relegation, 1 up at the break. Well, fellas, what a story we've had in this first half. Chris, one of the things that has really been a hallmark of Brentford's season has been their passing game, yet we've not seen that today. Is that Brentford's fault, or is that because of the way that Michael O'Neill has got Stoke City organised?
No, well, like you say, Stoke City have definitely got the organisation. I think without the ball, I think they've been excellent today. I think it was 14 minutes in until Brentford actually they got a few passes in, and straight away that Benrahma chance that he's the cross that he's made for Mbeumo. You know, I think it shows you the quality that Brentford have. You know, they have used the ball well, but it's all been in front of Stoke because of the organisation. I think me and Mark spoke about it during the commentary there about how compact the units are, you know, how organised, they're shuffling across, and they're allowing players, so that these good players from Brentford, you know, you look at Benrahma, he's dropping very deep to get on the ball. Ollie Watkins will always try and be that point man, but they're feeding off scraps. You know, like even Matthias Janssen, when he's been getting forward, he's been the outlet, and Mark called it. He says that he's trying to get that third man running behind, and the quality on occasion he's had good possession, and he's put great balls into the box. But again, Stoke have defended their lines very well. They went and put their head on it, but in that transition they've used the ball as well, and like you say, they're very direct. Stoke, they try and get up to Vokes as quickly as possible and pick up second ball. So I put it down to the organisation of Stoke and how well they're working with each other without the ball, David.
I'm intrigued to know if Thomas Frank made a beeline for the referee as the whistle went, because there have been 2 major decisions that look as though, on examining the replays, have not gone the way of Brentford. In fact, the ref looks like he's got them wrong. First of all, there was a penalty claim for Brentford when it looked as though Ethan Pinnock's shirt was pulled inside the box from Bruno Martin's Indy. I don't know whether you got a view of that, but it certainly from the replays David, it looked like a pen. Mark
called it. Mark's seen it, and it's like you think it's a block. You know, you imagine, right, defending what it's like. Pinnock as well. Ethan Pinnock is as physical as he is, and he goes to floor the way that he does because someone's pulled the shirt. You don't get penalties for that. You know, I think you have to marshal your man. You have hands on. You've got hands on yourself, and this is just the way that you go. For him to go and turn around to the linesman, I understand why he might ask for it. It makes sure that the linesman looks for it if it ever happens again, and you never know, you might get a soft penalty for it. But I'd have been very surprised if that was given. And we see it all the time. You know, like we see it from all different angles, and it's down to the official at the time to make that call or not. But that would have been a very soft one, David, if it was given.
And briefly before we go to the break, was Lee Gregory offside when he scored?
Offside? Well, again, we don't have the luxury of seeing these replays there, but I thought it was well worked. He anticipated, he was on his front foot, and where the linesman is as well. You know, I think if Lee Gregory is offside, then the linesman's got to very easily kind of notice that and see that from. I know there's a lot of bodies in front of him there. Reyes parred out. Gregory was on to it first. I think there was another Stoke player. I think it might have been Sam Vokes that was there if it wasn't Gregory to put it in. But if you're telling me he's offside, it must have been very, very tight, David.
Very tight, very tight. It's a tough call, that is for sure. Chris, Mark, thanks very much. We'll be back with you in a few minutes' time. We're off to Fulham next. They'll be rubbing their hands there, won't they? As it stands, Leeds will be crowned champions in 45 minutes from now. A lot to look forward to then. We're off to Fulham next.
EFL Game Day Live on TalkSport 2. Sunday afternoon. Live Championship football. Derby versus Leeds. Coverage from 1. Kick-off 2 p.m. on Talk Sport.
Nissan Sunderland factory is building cars again, and we're ready to get Britain moving. That's why this summer selected Nissan models come with a 3-month payment holiday, plus free roadside assistance, all at only 0% APR representative. We've built the cars, we've built the offers. Now it's time to get you back in the driving seat. See how we can help you at nissan.co.uk/payment holiday. And together, let's move beyond. PCP Nissan Finance. Order and register by 30th September 2020. Participating dealers only. Nissan. Innovation that excites.
So you're out for your usual run, and the best part, you're at the end of it. Especially as you knock 7 seconds off your PB. Woohoo! How did that happen? Who cares? Now that feels like winning. So roll with it and turn today into Wednesday with a scratch card. Make today a Wednesday with a scratch card from the National Lottery. Your numbers make amazing happen. Search Dream Big, Play Small. Rules and procedures apply. Players must be 16 or over.
This is the moment. A new start. Now the UK has left the EU.
Time for us to get going.
To seize new opportunities as we transition to our new relationship.
Get moving.
It's in our hands now.
So we've got to get started.
Truck drivers.
Tech entrepreneurs.
Engineers.
Fishermen.
Farmers. Lawyers. Makers. Holiday makers.
Creators.
Big business. Small business. Travelling for business.
We all need to plan ahead.
Check the guidance, make the changes, and let's get going.
Sign up now at gov.uk/transition and check, change, go for the UK's new start.
points at the moment, but we still are waiting for a judgment from the independent panel that's having that committee meeting about whether Sheffield Wednesday should be punished for the sale of the ground back to Mr. Chansiri, the owner, and whether it was done illegally by the EFL's rules. And they're still waiting to find out whether they get a points deduction or not. It's unbelievable that the charge was brought in November and the meeting's only happening right now. So Wednesday have got to go for it in a sense, really, David, just to protect themselves in case it's a heavy points deduction of, say, 12 points. Nobody knows how many they could get deducted if they're found guilty, but 12 points is every bit as likely as 9, as 15, who knows. So they've got to, they can't just take this game lightly today, David, Sheffield Wednesday. Gary Monk's side have got to go for it.
Goodness me, it's never easy, fellas, is it? David, Dance, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Take care.
And we'll hear from the lads again in about an hour's time here on TalkSport 2, the second of our live games from the EFL Championship on TalkSport 2. The first is about to get underway for the second half. In the first half, well, it's produced a story and a half.
On this near side, he's got Henry. He's going to float the ball to the far post. Chance here. Headed, good save by Davis. And it's cleared away by Martins Indy. It was Mbueno who got in at the far post, and that was a really good chance. Flicks it on. McLean will get it far post. Lays it back to Klukas with a shot. Parried and tapped into the net. And Stoke City lead here. And Lee Gregory's wait for a goal is over. He tucks it from close range. And Stoke City lead. It's Stoke 1, Brentford 0. Brentford with work to do at the break here at the Bet365 Stadium. It's Stoke City 1, Brentford 0.
Oh yes, you can feel the nerves jangling at the Bet365, where we can rejoin our commentators, the former Stoke striker Chris Uwelamo, and first our commentator Mark Wilson.
Cheers, David. Looking forward to this. The twists and turns are not yet done. Stoke leading at the break, both sides unchanged at the start of this second half, and you'd have to say Brentford would have to be slightly better, Chris Uwelamo, if they're going to get anything out of this in the second half.
Have to agree. You know, I think they have the quality that they can kind of drop a gear. I have to say that the next 10 minutes for Stoke are massive. You know, do not concede, and then obviously Brentford have got to throw some things at it to try and take probably necessary risks to try and get in the match, and that's when Stoke can capitalise. You know, you look at the bench, Tyrese Campbell that can come off the bench. It's got a lot of pace, that will look to try and get in behind. I see him coming on probably on the 70 minute mark if things are still like this, because Brentford have to throw everything at it. They have to get something out of this match today, Mark.
They do indeed. We're just waiting the first whistle from the referee, and we are underway again here on TalkSport 2. The champagne, well, will it be on ice? They'll have had to reload, I think, at Ellen Road. Well, it looks like they may have had a couple last night, and fair play to them for that as well. They will be the champions if Brentford do not win here. And down at Fulham, we just heard from Ian Danter and David Connolly, they will be waiting, hoping that Brentford slip up, because it means there's very much everything to play for at Craven Cottage this afternoon. You'll hear it live on TalkSport 2, live and exclusive from the EFL here on TalkSport 2. We'll give you the teams in a moment. Brentford have the ball at the back. They're just passing it around at the moment. Raya in goal, Dalsgaard, Janssen, Pinnock and Henry at the back. It's De Silva, Jensen and Norgard in the middle. Mbuemo, Watkins and Benrahma, the front three. And here go that front three. And it's Mbuemo down the right-hand side, running at Martins Indy. Level with the edge of the box, gets it back to De Silva. De Silva's got 3 red and white shirts in front of him. He turns away from 1, he gets away from 2. I thought he was going to shoot, lays it off here. Chance for the shot from Henry, and he's put it over the top on his left foot. He doesn't score many. In fact, his last league goal came against Stoke last year, so that would have been something of a rarity, but he couldn't keep the shot down.
Just talk about that play there from Brentford. It was outstanding right from the back. You know, it was all started from some Dalsgaard there. Great little bit of link-up play into Ollie Watkins. First time touch round to Mbuemo there. And Josh De Silva up there supporting. Drives across the 18-yard box. And like you say, gives it to the likes of Henry there to get the shot away. I think he can do better. But again, just the build-up play. Stoke could not get near them, even though they're positioned correctly and defending well.
Vokes wins the header, gets it to Gregory, the goal scorer. Stoke in their red and white shirts, the white shorts, white socks. Brentford in black shirts, black shorts and yellow socks. Here's the ball eased back to Davis. He just had to be on his toes. He clears it away. He's in goal. Back forward, Smith, Chester, Barton, Martins, Indy. It's Cousins, Clucas and McLean joined in the middle of the park with Gregory, Powell and Vokes, the front three, if you like, for Michael O'Neill's team. 2 gone second half. Brentford need a goal. Remember, a point would still mean they'd need to better or match West Brom's result on Wednesday night when the Championship comes to a conclusion. We'll have every angle covered across the TalkSport network on Wednesday night. We just need to see what the permutations are. We haven't even talked about what's going on at the bottom yet.
No, exactly. You're looking at that one there, like, Davies is so important. He has to come out and sweep. He has to be switched on, just like this ball now. Danny Bath, well done. But he's so important to the team as a goalkeeper there.
Well, he is, but Jensen picked up the ball. Here is Henry. Henry looks up. There are 3 Brentford players in the box, 3 on the edge. Ball will go back to Norgard. He tries to fire the pass in. It'll fall to De Silva. 25 yards out. Comes to Mbuemo on this near side. He's looking to go past his man. Really good defending from McLean. Got the ball away, may have to defend again, and he does. He takes it straight from Benrahma. Now he's looking to launch the ball forward. It's headed down by Gregory. He was trying to find Vokes, who was just a little bit off the pace there. And now the ball over the top, looking for Watkins, who's gone half a yard too early again. And the offside flag goes up, and Stoke will have a free kick right on the edge of their own area. Well, still 0-0.
Good defensive line there from Stoke, Ollie Watkins, and they actually step up as well. You're looking at me, if Ollie Watkins goes and does that, the linesman's spot on, definitely offside, but he should be looking right across the line and make sure he times it a little bit better than he does. But it's a good defensive line from Stoke there.
Gregory flicked the ball on, but sadly for him, straight into the arms of David Raya, who gets it away to Rico Henry. And the ball now with Norgard. Norgard comes across to this near side to Dalsgaard. And he's got De Silva, Benrahma and Mbuemo as options. Benrahma gets it back to Pontus Jansson. It's a little bit slow at the moment. Stoke quite happy with this at present on the halfway line. Brentford will need to put a little bit more pace in the passes if they're going to unlock Stoke here, but they're happy at the moment. They're not panicking. Certainly say that about Brentford. They're not panicking at the moment, despite the fact they need a result here. As now Watkins gets it on the right hand side, looks to get the cross in. It's blocked at source by Danny Barton, out for a throw in on the near side, taken quickly. Here's De Silva to Dalsgaard. Dalsgaard feeds the ball in. Here's Watkins. Ollie Watkins into the edge of the area, tries to pull it back. Clucas will clear it away, and Gregory's going to give chase here, and Gregory's going to get on the end of this. Vokes has made a great run through the middle, and he's played in here. Vokes up against Janssen, plays the ball to Powell. He's just pushed him wide. Powell, he's in the area, looked to let it off. He was a little bit I'll say on the lazy side, that pass from Powell, and he got caught out there. He just needed a little bit more intent, and that was a really good chance for Stoke.
That was a fantastic break. Lee Gregory again, working ever so hard, kept it alive into Vokes, who I think can take a little bit more probably quality on the pass to Powell, because Powell's got the better of his man. If Vokes waits it properly, Powell can take it straight into the goal of Rhea and have a chance there, but it was a sloppy pass from Vokes and basically took the sting out of that attack.
Yeah, it did, and then Powell just got caught in possession and lost it. So here's Janssen at the back for Brentford. 5 gone. Here now forward goes Jensen. Jensen has it over on that left hand side, gets it to Rico Henry. Benrahma's popped up on that side. He looked to get past his man, and again Brentford look at the official and wonder where the whistle is.
Good strong challenge here from Tommy Smith, wasn't it? He's a good player. You've got to make sure that you win the ball cleanly, but you let him feel it as well. Exactly what Tom Smith's done there, and all the players are looking at the referee there, but there's nothing wrong with that challenge.
No, here's Mbuemo on the halfway line. He probably had Brentford's best chance in that first half. Will he get another one here today? Ball played over Jensen on that left hand side of the field. Now comes forward. Watkins is target, gets it to the feet of Watkins. He finds Benrahma. Benrahma's almost waiting for Dalsgaard to go forward. Here is Dalsgaard, tries to slide the ball in. It's cleared away only as far as De Silva, gets it away to Jensen. Now he's got time here. He's going to put it on his right foot and shoots, and the shot blocked by Cousins. He had an awful lot of time. Now that will be a foul. Nick Powell has bundled over Norgard. Jensen, he doesn't score a lot of goals, but you can't leave him 25 yards out and let him have a touch, surely.
No, you know what, it was a great block from Jordan Cousins there as well. But it's like Jensen, he's trying to make things happen. He's a willing runner, and he has quality. He's made that space for himself about 23, 24 yards out, and he's got the full goal. I know he's got a lot of work to do, but Jordan Cousins was there. Nick Powell with that silly foul again. He got a red card here, 2 yellow cards in the space of 2 minutes against Middlesbrough, just from doing silly challenges like that, leaving his thigh in and that. He needs to be switched on. Try and affect it. If you can't affect it, then go follow your man and chase and press the ball and challenge then.
De Silva takes the free kick quickly and far too deep, and it bounces once and goes behind. And well, if you're Pontus Jansson or Ethan Pinnock, you've just run 60 yards to get on the end of that, you're furious.
Shocking ball from De Silva there, and the quality that he's got, it's usually right on the money, but there's not an urgency to Brentford's play at the minute, isn't there? There's not, like you said, there's plenty of time still, but they're a little bit too patient. You know what, the way that they can pass the ball, we've already seen today, and they've not been at their best. I need to see more urgency from them all over the pitch.
Chris Owellamo alongside myself, Mark Wilson here at the Bet365 on TalkSport 2 as Stoke City lead by a goal to nil. Brentford's 8-game winning run at the moment is stumbling to a halt unless they can turn it round in the final 37 minutes or so here. Ball out for a throw into Stoke, which McLean is going to take. Thought for a moment he may leave it to Martin Zindi, but the rain still coming down here as McLean will take the throw in. Eventually gets it away to Klukas, back to McLean. Now neat volley there for Powell, flicks it into the box, laid off there by Gregory. Stoke have got plenty of bodies forward here. Can McLean find a cross? He's level with the edge of the box. He'll go back now to Powell. Powell on his right foot just floats it up. He's looking for Vokes in the box, headed away by Jansson. Henry will bring it down and then just half volleys it forward. Benrahma's flick gets a touch off a Stoke player, but now Benrahma gets on the end of it from Jensen. He drives forward and then almost a laying down tackle from Chester. He looked like he'd gone past the man, but Chester stuck his leg out and gets the ball back. Now it's played forward and Buemo is after it, but the keeper is out, and Davis decisive again. Yeah. Almost catches McLean out as he played the ball forward, but McLean did well, and it's played forward now, and Gregory this time will give chase. And he's going to get on the end of this. He's Gregory. Vokes streams for it in the middle. Wanted the ball first time. McLean is still struggling to get with play. Here's Klukas, 25 yards out. And Stoke at the minute look the better team again. But that was a poor ball in the end from Powell, and it's out for a throw-in off De Silva on the near side.
And we talk about the importance of Adam Davis coming out and doing what he did there. And he set McLean off, didn't he? And it straight away injects a certain bit of pace into the game. And Stoke used it very well. I thought Lee Gregory should put Vokes in 1-on-1 there. If you hang the ball up, there's only going to be one winner in my opinion.
Yeah, had a bit of space in the box. Here they are again though, and here is Gregory, lays it off for McLean. This time the ball will come in first time, and there's a header, and it's wide from Vokes. Well, you called it, Chris Owellamo, and Vokes misses the target, and he's got to do better from there.
I tell you what, James McLean, what a ball that is. He's bent it round. And Sam Vokes will be disappointed with himself there. He's watched it all the way. Great contact, and it just went to the right hand, our left hand side of the goal, but it should be hitting the target. Spot on, Mark.
Reminder, as it stands, Stoke will be safe in the Championship. That will be guaranteed. Leeds United will be champions of the Championship, and West Brom would go into the final round of fixtures in second place, knowing a win, and they will be in the Premier League. But there's a long way to go as Stoke turn over the ball inside their own half. Norgard will collect it, gets it to De Silva, and Buemo just got caught in a challenge. He gets himself off the floor, and the ball now will go to Jensen. Here's Benrahma, 30 yards out, trying to float the ball over the top to Watkins. McLean is back to head it away, and he will find Smith on the far side, who's touched, realised he had a yard of space, brought it down, and then finds Gregory, who just tried to flick it round the corner for Vokes, but didn't get enough on the header there. And Brentford will come forward again. 11 gone on TalkSport 2 in the second half. Reminder, Fulham, Sheffield Wednesday, exclusively live on TalkSport 2 at 3 o'clock. From the Championship, ball now with Henry over on that far left-hand side as Benrahma makes movement in front of him, but Smith has got the measure of him and plays it to Chester. I'm not sure Chester wanted it there, but they've worked it nicely. Here's Cousins, who looks up. He wanted to go to Vokes, I think was telling him to pass it to Powell. In the end, he did neither. Almost had a little bit too much time there, but that was well played by Stoke, got themselves out of trouble.
Oh, that's Tommy Smith twice there, really, really impressive. I think James McLean from the Benrahma, little ball in for Watkins. James McLean comes, good header, and Tommy Smith in the box. There's bodies around him, but he knows he can get it down, and that's what you want. And then a little bit of play out there from Tommy Smith and Chester. Cousins gets it, and I think Vokes has got to present himself there.
Chris McLean slid in there. You could see he fancied that. He wasn't favourite to get it, but Mbeumo certainly knew he was there.
He did, yeah.
And he took evasive action. 12 gone here. Here's Jensen again. Matthias Jensen over on that far side. He's looking to get Henry away, and Stoke will go long. And here now is David Raya almost acting as a sweeper. Just nods the ball, stoops down and heads it to Janssen, who's got room to come forward to the halfway line. He finds Jensen again. Watkins makes a run through the centre. Benrahma also makes a run, but the ball goes wide to Henry. Henry now looking to put the cross in. He tries to go past his man. He cuts in, gets it away now to Matthias Jensen again. He'll go back to Norgard. Norgard slides it in now to De Silva. They're playing it neat. The footwork is good, but Henry goes down edge of the box. They're appealing for a free kick. Norgard will pick up the ball 20 yards out, tries to feed it, finds Mbeumo on this near side. Mbeumo onto his left foot, thought about the shot. Neat touch, leaves two defenders for dead. Finds Watkins to the byline, pulls it back, and De Silva side foots it a foot wide of the near post. That was beautiful football from Brentford, but they couldn't get the effort on target.
No, it's excellent from Brentford. Really, really good pace. Great little bit of technical skill as well there. Mbeumo, Watkins and Joshua De Silva, I think he's coming off as well.
Well, that was his last touch. De Silva will go off and he'll be replaced by Emiliano Marcondes.
Yeah, but great little build-up play, and I've got to say Watkins, I'm sitting thinking, just take a shot, have an attempt on goal for Watkins there, but just his awareness to cut it back to Joshua De Silva, who's coming onto it. It's got the full goal beckoning. He's got to do better there.
He was the change, wasn't he? And Thomas Frank bringing on Marcondes, who scored the winner in the FA Cup when these two teams met back in January. As we're back underway here at the Bet365, 58 minutes on the clock, and Stoke lead by that Lee Gregory goal to 0. Ball going back towards Davis, who side foots a beautiful pass straight to McLean. And now the ball played forward over the top, was looking for Klukas, just cleared away from him. Stoke are committing plenty of bodies forward here. Marcondes, who's just come on, the first thing he gets is a rap on the shins from McLean.
Yeah, he does, and the way that Stoke are pressing in the middle third and their attacking third has been excellent, without the ball, making it very difficult for Brentford. But they realise that they can't just sit in, they've got to be brave. It's so important. The likes of Danny Bath and James Chester are talking to the midfield to press and get up and step up every opportunity, because you can see the damage that Brentford can cause if you just sit in and let them play the way that they want to play at their tempo.
Well, here come Brentford again. Marcondes just gets the ball away to Mbeumo, back to Marcondes, down the right, tries to fire the cross in. Cousins under pressure really, but did well, got it back to his goalkeeper. It's cleared away, but Norgard will head it down, and Mbeumo feeds Jensen. Jensen's got Henry out wide on the left hand side. 3 Brentford players in the box. It won't reach them, it'll fall to Norgard 25 yards out, ball over the top. Marcondes just couldn't get on the end of it again. Davis is there. I asked you about the goalkeeping situation here before the game, Chris, and you said, Davis, you've been impressed with him and his decision making, and again he's just showing it there, isn't he?
No, I think he is. He comes in, he reads the game, he's switched on. He's came in and his head's fell off, because I think Jack Butland was supposed to be going at the start of the season, and then all of a sudden he finds himself as number 3. And he's playing every game last year when Barnsley get promoted, with probably the best defensive record in League One coming up. So he's had to, and you know what, he's had his chance now, and he's took it, hasn't he? So
he has.
He's done very well.
Norgard gets the ball forward. Watkins, the ball just went over his head. The referee's blown a whistle though. Again, he's pulled play back for the foul on Norgard. Free kick midway between the halfway line and the edge of the Stoke City area. It's just slightly, ever so slightly to the left of centre.
Is that Nick Powell again? It's just consistent fouling, isn't it? I don't understand what he's doing. It's just silly fouls, and all that does, it just gives you have to come back, you have to defend, you're giving Brentford time to set things up and ask the question like they're going to do now.
Well, here is Jensen. He let De Silva take the last one. De Silva's gone off, so you fancy Jensen will take this. No, he just dots the ball to Marcondes, who will run forward to the edge of the area, looks to float the ball in towards the goal, and again Davis is there. Watkins was forward, as was Pinnock, but the ball went straight between the two. So a reminder, 3 o'clock we're live at Craven Cottage. TalkSport 2, your home of the EFL, will bring you Fulham, Sheffield Wednesday, live and exclusive national radio commentary. And at 5:30 on TalkSport, another exclusive commentary, Norwich against Burnley from the Premier League, followed by Arsenal Manchester City FA Cup semi-final, 7:45 this evening on TalkSport.
You look at that free kick there, the little one to Marcondes, and then he runs straight off the training ground to try and create an overload with him and Benrahma on that side. Doesn't give the ball to Benrahma, but that's a great ball in. Someone's got to get across the front of Davies there. He's actually came at the back end of his goal, and the ball was a good height all the way there, Mark.
It was. Just over an hour gone, 62 on the clock on TalkSport 2. As it stands, Stoke 1, Brentford 0. Leeds will be champions of the Championship. Stoke will be safe in the Championship. But Brentford here have got ideas of their own as they come forward with Mbuemo. Down the right-hand side, tries to go past Martin Zindi. Ball breaks inside the area for Marcondes, but it's hammered away by McLean, who will look towards Gregory. Dalsgaard will win the header. Norgard heads it forward. Marcondes will bring it down. He's brought down Powell, and that will be a free kick. I think the biggest winners, if it did stay like this today, would have to be West Brom, who really did. They dropped the baton last night. They may be picking it up this afternoon.
Yeah, well, there you go. I think obviously there's still a lot of time to be played, but you can just see Slaven Bilic watching this very intently at home, just ways, just saying his prayers, because at the minute it's kind of fallen in that it's going to be a let off if it is the case, but maybe the little kick up the backside that they need if it does fall into their way.
Ball played forward. My Stoke. Klukas heads it forward. He'll get the ball back here. It's been a torrid campaign for Stoke, but their home form really is going to see them home, you feel, at this juncture. Will take a bizarre set of results for them to go down now. There's a ball over the top. Powell is chasing it. The referee and the official happy to let him say he was onside, but Raya beats him to it and finds Rico Henry. And I guess that's the emotion. The fans feel the emotion all the time. We don't really think about the players and the managers. They will be watching this, listening to this. They'll be biting their nails. They'll be worrying.
Yeah,
they'll
of course
struggling with it. There's a ball played. Here's Marcondes again. He's trying to get him heavily involved here, and he's already been busy since he came on, but Klukas is there to clear it away. Gregory's goal on 38 minutes is the difference between the two teams, and Brentford, who saw the advantage fall their way when Huddersfield beat West Brom last night, are at the moment seeing it slip through their fingers. They have got time, and a point would still put them second. We must emphasise that. A point is not a bad result for Brentford. They would be at home to Barnsley on Wednesday night, knowing a win would put them in the Premier League. Ball here with Jensen, comes forward. Good foot in there from Powell, that was good. Here's Smith looking to launch Powell forward, who's made a good run forward as well. Headed away from him by Pinnock. And over on the far side, it's eased back to Raya. There's a bit of activity down below us in the substitutes, but nothing doing just yet. As Thomas Frank just gesticulating to his bench. Wants a little bit more from his team, Chris.
Yeah, I think, and he's got every right to ask the question. At the minute, still very labelled, not moving the ball quick enough. Definitely in the across the back four. The movement, I think Marcondes has come on, and like you say, he's a very intelligent player. He's trying to ask the question in behind. He's finding those little pockets. But the way that Stoke are set up at the minute, they're organised. They're compact. They're hard to break down. And like you say, look, they're winning free kicks. You can see there who's that getting. That's Gregory coming up. He's having a little bit of cramp there. You can see that the way that he's stretching. So there's going to be changes made. Look at Michael O'Neill and Billy McKinley now. They're having a. Who are they having a pop at? They're having a pop at Thomas Frank.
Well, they're having a chat with Thomas Frank, who just raises his hand as if to say, "No, I'm not listening. No more. I'm not listening to you."
I think he's cool as you like, Thomas Frank. I think he's the way that he holds himself, the way that he comes across. It's infectious when he talks about football, and that'll just filter down to the players. It must be a real joy to work with.
Yeah, ball played forward by Martin Zindi. It's headed away by Pinnock. It could have been kept in by Smith, who let it roll out. Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise appointment, I think, Thomas Frank, wasn't he, when he got the job? I know he was on the coaching staff, but I think people expected an outsider would come in.
But sometimes, because you think about the information that's going to the players, Thomas Frank's really bought into that as well, hasn't he? With Dean Smith and all that. It's the same information, so it's just progression. They were progressing all the time anyway, so I thought it was just it was the rightful thing to do to promote from within.
Watkins wins the header. It's rather shovelled up in the air by Bart at the back, but eventually Stoke get it forward. Powell again, another foul from him. The referee's played advantage. It could be a good one here, but Watkins was just on heels. Maybe the ball should have gone to Mbuemo on this near side. He was a little bit more room to run into, but the ball cleared away, and it's headed back inside the Stoke half. Martin Zindi tidies up. McLean will just knock it long, and whilst Gregory will give chase. All he's doing is trying to make Raya play the ball, and he's going to have to play the ball, and well, a little drop of the shoulder takes him past, and then he plays the ball across his own 18-yard box. That was dangerous. Powell was interested in that for a moment as Henry is fouled on the far side, but that was really dangerous from Raya.
Well, he had to do it. He had to either come through and just put it out for a throw-in, but I thought it was a nothing ball from McLean, and like you say, it's just the way that he's getting pressed there. But I thought Raya was quality. To go then to Pinnock was the wrong idea. You've got to then put it up the pitch, surely, because then you've got Nick Powell and Tommy Smith basically chasing down that side, and to be fair, physical with their challenges as well. I think Nick Powell had a free kick against him, and then even Tommy Smith took Rico Henry down in the end up.
Yeah, well, Powell has gone down actually. I think he's got a problem. He just said he got a bang on the hip, I would say. The players are taking drinks. We are halfway through the second half. 67 on the clock here, live on TalkSport 2. Mark Wilson and Chris Iwelumo have seen Lee Gregory put Stoke in front. What's coming up this afternoon? Well, TalkSport around the grounds. Adrian Durham and his team of reporters bring you all the goals as they're going in the Championship. He's at Hull this afternoon. What a game that is. Hull, Luton, win or bust this afternoon in the Championship. Then on TalkSport 2, 3 o'clock. Fulham, Sheffield Wednesday. Ian Dancher, David Connolly there. And then back to TalkSport, an exclusive commentary. Norwich, Burnley at 5:30. Followed by the FA Cup semi-final. Arsenal taking on Manchester City. We are going to get a change here, and Tyrese Campbell is coming on, and well, you just feel the way that Brentford are clearly going to have to chase the game, Chris, that Campbell is going to be a great option going the other way, isn't he?
Exactly. You know, I think he doesn't, you already said, he doesn't really do what Lee Gregory does, you know, the chasing and the pressing without the ball. He's got one thing in mind. Can he stretch the pitch? Can he get in behind? Can he score goals? And you know, he's scored some very big, important goals for Stoke City this season.
Well, there's going to be a change as well the other way. Halil Dervisoglu has come on. He is replacing Rico Henry, and also going off the field is Jensen. So that is something of a surprise. Sergi Canos is back. He's not featuring since October, so a welcome boost for him. Surprised Jensen's gone off. I thought he's played quite well today.
Again, he's been ever present, hasn't he? He's busting in behind, but like you say, it's the quality of depth that they've got. He mix it up, and the likes of Sergi Canos coming on. What can he do?
Well, the change is made by Frank. Stoke not yet made their change, so 3 changes made by Brentford here, who trail by a goal to 0, and they need at least a point here if they're going to get anything to take into the final game of the season, any advantage. Here's Norgard driving forward. He's got room to work in here. Moves the ball left. Ball goes back infield. Looks like Mbuemo's popped up on the left. Canos on the right-hand side. There's now the ball with Marcondes, one of the other Brentford substitutes. He's 30 yards out. Will go back to Norgard over on that left-hand side. Norgard was looking to put the cross in. Watkins is running here, there and everywhere, but not getting the ball into the box at the moment. They're being patient, Brentford. They've got 20 minutes of normal time left. They'll go back to the halfway line, and Gregory will chase down Janssen, who just keeps it moving to Norgard over on the far side. There's Gregory's goal on 38 minutes that has Stoke in front here. Live on TalkSport 2, the twists and turns of the Championship. There's going to be plenty more to come as the ball over the top. Norgard had made the run in behind. Benrahma tries to pick up the ball, edge of the box. Falls back to Benrahma. The flag has gone off. I think Norgard was offside. In fact, it might have been the substitute there, Dervisoglu, had just gone offside. And it's going to be a free kick to Stoke, who now will make their change. And it is going to be Sam Vokes who comes off, and he's replaced by Tyrese Campbell.
Well, like you said, it's just basically, you know, that he's going to stretch the pitch. I think there's been an outlet. I think Gregory and Nick Powell from Davies' kicks, such as about Tyrese Campbell being alive to that, picking up second balls, and can he stretch the pitch a little bit and basically capitalise on the space, because Brentford are going to throw everything at it now and try and get something out of this match.
They are indeed. Tyrese Campbell, who's really his first full season, isn't it, here?
Yeah.
And he's made a big impression as well, Campbell, and he comes on as the ball played forward by Davis. Brentford are starting to leave players higher and higher up the field here. Time is ticking away from them. Remember that 8 successive wins. 9 would have equalled a club record from 1932. But at the moment, they'd take a point quite definitely they'd take a point.
100%. You know, the way that they play, they'll keep playing the same way. And I think just maybe now, like you say, under 20 minutes to go, that they have to take necessary risks. They have to throw men forward. They have to try and create overloads. Somewhere, that was a nasty fall there from Nick Powell, but he's okay. And again, it's understandable, but that's why Tyrese Campbell's come on, to try and capitalise on this. Look at the way they still play out. They don't go direct to Ollie Watkins, who can go and win it in the air as well.
Yeah, they're patient. They're sticking to the principles, which is exactly what Leeds United have done to get them promoted. Yep. So we'll see where it takes them. Brentford, they need something really, or they'll be relying on West Brom to slip up again, which, based on their performance last night, could happen. We'll get team news from our 3 o'clock kickoff in a moment as Canos comes forward for Brentford, lays it back to Marcondes, ball into the edge of the area. Here's Benrahma, tries to find Watkins, it's cleared away, and Benrahma will bring it down on his chest. Ball pops back to Janssen, to Dalsgaard, back to Marcondes on the near side. They just keep playing the same way. They keep the faith in the system that has seen them on this run, that has seen them within touching distance. They had their fate in their own hands coming here to the Bet365 as Watkins is tackled, ball played downfield, it goes out for a throw-in which Brentford will take quickly. We will get to Ian Danta shortly, I promise you, but at the moment Brentford just desperate to keep the ball in play. Here now is Dalsgaard, fires it forward, and now a bit of hesitation at the back, and just for a moment there Bart and Martins Indy left it for each other. It was Chester in the end who just picked up the ball, and they go forward here towards Gregory, flicks it for Campbell, he's offside. Let's get the team news then down at Craven Cottage with Ian Danta.
Cheers, Wills. Well, Fulham have the potential to mix it with Brentford and West Brom for automatic promotion if things stay as they are with you, and they get the win here against Sheffield Wednesday. And Scott Parker's made 5 changes from the 0-0 with West Bromwich Albion. In come Christie, Arter, Lamarchand, Johansson and Cabano to the starting lineup. Out go Odoi, Bryan, Reed, De Cordova Reed and Caballero. 2 changes for Sheffield Wednesday, who also got a 0-0 last time out against Huddersfield. Pelupessy and De Cruz come in for Hunt and Jacob Murphy. David Connolly's alongside me. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff live on TalkSport 2. Promotion chasing Fulham against Sheffield Wednesday, Wills.
Cheers, Dance. Looking forward to that one. But here, Brentford will be hoping to spoil everyone's party by picking up a point at least, as Dervisoglu under pressure does really well. Finds Benrahma. Back to Dervisoglu, who fell rather dramatically there. While we were getting team news, there's a break on here for Stoke City down there, right-hand side. Tyrese Campbell, who's just come on as a sub, was booked. A free kick, he just booted the ball away and he got booked within 2 minutes of coming on. Really silly from the substitutes. Here now goes Watkins down the left hand side, plenty of support, cuts on his right foot, shot blocked and loops over the net and behind for a corner kick.
Well, look at the pace, the quality of that. Ollie Watkins, he's driving in the left hand side of the box there. He's cut it onto his right, and it's Danny Bart as well. Straight block, and that's what you do. You know, throw everything on the line, body in front of it, because you know what, the shot was definitely going to ask questions of Davies there. But fantastic defending, but great break and quality from Brentford.
Corner kick for Brentford. Look at this, there are 5 Brentford players in the 6-yard box, no one else in the area, there are 3 waiting on the edge, and Davis could be put under pressure here. Ball, oh dear, that has gone 5 yards behind the goal from the corner. It never even entered the pitch of play, did it?
Well, we knew exactly where the ball was going to go. He wanted to put it right on top of Davies there with the bodies round, and it's such a clever thing to do. The way that he had 4 players spread at the outside of the 18-yard box, what that does, it drags 4 Stoke players out there as well, and it's like for like, you know. But again, as a goalkeeper, you should be comfortable in that situation, no matter how many bodies are around you. And I think Davies is shown that that's exactly what he's about. But the ball in was shocking, wasn't it?
Ball played forwards by Davis. Pinnock heads it away. It will bounce to Campbell, 30 yards out from goal. Lays it back to Klukas. Klukas will see McLean on this near side. Right, up in front of him. 4 teammates wait in the area. Can he provide a cross from the left-hand side? He can't. It's blocked and out by Sergi Canos, who's making his first appearance since October here. A player of quality. They've missed him, but he's back now. And it's a throw into Stoke, who have got 14 minutes left to hang on for a win. that will make it 7 wins in their last 9 here at the Bet365. Clucas is just out-muscled by Canos, who then brings the ball away, but fires the pass straight to Danny Bart, who will go, you feel, back to his goalkeeper. Watkins will give chase, but cleared away confidently, and Gregory and Powell will chase. Well, Powell runs straight into the 2 defenders there.
Not even looking at the ball. You know, it's unbelievable. The referee's playing on. But again, I just think Sergei Canos, fantastic. It's a poor ball. Danny Bart then just played it back to Davies. Brentford are pressing, and the ball comes. But Nick Powell, just look at the ball, and you know, you keep it alive for us rather than just give away a silly free kick.
As the ball works forward, Campbell will give chase. Pinnock will take it away from him. Gregory's there again, but can't quite get to Marcondes. They've got so many attacking players on the field at the moment, Brentford. They're all over the show, aren't they? As you've got Canos, you know, you've got Watkins and Buemo, Benrahma. Marcondes is out there. Davisoglu's getting forward as well. So plenty of attacking threats for the visitors, but they need a goal.
Well, they need a goal, but like you say, they don't want to concede as well, and this is where Stoke should need to capitalise. You know, these attacking players will not be positioned right defensively.
Well, there's a chance here. Now this will be a free kick.
Marcondes.
25 yards out. Marcondes it was who was bundled over, and this is a real shooting opportunity, and Davis has got a decision to make here, because this could go left hand side or right hand side. He's got to get his wall right. Yeah. This is a set piece chance. Well, Pontus Jansson is actually furious with the referee here, because where the player went down, he's brought the free kick back about 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, well, 2-3 metres, isn't it? You're thinking, what is going on there?
Well, it is Marcondes who's got it. Benrahma is there as well. Benrahma's had a wonderful year. Calais 14 in 19 in 2020, and you get the feeling he fancies this one.
Yeah, you look at the way that he stands now, putting the boot behind the ball the way it is. You just see where the wall's going to end up. He's having a little chat here now as well. Davies talking. You got to make sure, like you say, it can go either side. As central as the free kick is.
Well, Benrahma has lined it up, and Tyrese Campbell's just joining the edge of the wall here. They're clearly a little bit concerned here, the Stoke defenders. I think Buemo's just been told he's got to move a little bit away from the wall as Benrahma waits. Is this the moment where Brentford get the equaliser? Fans at West Bromwich Albion will have hearts in mouths now. Similar comments to those at Fulham, because they do not want Brentford to pick up any points here. Benrahma, fully 25 yards out. He's not going to take it. It's hit high and over the top. In the end, it was Marcondes that took it. He just had a straight run up and he just hit it. He was always over the top.
It was it was the way. There was a lot of dip on that ball even then, because of the height that it got. You know, but it wasn't troubling Davies at all there. But again, just don't give away silly fouls. You know, they have so many players from dead ball situations in those kind of areas that can cause you problems. So again, the manager Michael O'Neill will definitely be saying to them, no silly free kicks given away around the box.
10 minutes left. As it stands, Leeds will be champions of the Championship. West Brom will go into the final game second, and Stoke will be safe at the bottom end of the division. Jansson, little Cruyff turn deep in his own half, gets it away, and now they'll play their way out of trouble, but given away. And this is not the zip that I expected from Brentford today.
Well, they've not been allowed to, Mark. That's the thing. Look at it's Lee Gregory there, Nick Powell, Tyrese Campbell. They're all chasing. They're not allowing Brentford to play the way that they want.
Well, they'll get the ball forward to Watkins, who's cutting an even more frustrated figure. He's not had any real good chances. He had that one in the first half when he opted to shoot, and maybe the pass to Mbeumo would have been the better option, as Dalsgaard's back pass to Raya had him in trouble, but Raya's touch was impeccable.
Unbelievable.
Might be getting another one here as Dalsgaard gets him the ball back. Campbell will chase him down, but he clears it away. Forward, headed away nicely by Danny Bart. And a ball picked up by Cousins. Martin Zindi just let the ball run under his foot, but it's eased back to the goalkeeper Davis, who knocks it downfield. And Dalsgaard picks it up, and that's a neat header, finds Canos, puts him on the front foot, tries to feed the ball in, but across there came Danny Bart, who hammers it out for a throw-in on the near side. You get the feeling Watkins will get one chance in this game.
That's all he needs. You know, I think it's so important that Stoke are going back to Davies there in goals. There's no need. they can move forward and just keep good possession of the ball. As soon as you go back, Davies then just has to basically put the foot through it, and Brentford are picking up those second balls with the attacking players they've got on the pitch.
Here now is Benrahma. Tries to thread it through to Norgard. He tries to find Canos. Norgard loses it, wins it back. Gets the ball back to Dalsgaard. He'll come forward now. Still 1-0 Stoke lead. We're inside the final 10 at the Bet365 as Benrahma, 30 yards out from goal, wanders across the field, looks for the give and go potentially. No, goes back now to Dalsgaard. Look at this. Every
Look how compact
Stoke player is back within 30 yards of their own goal, and here now is Marcondes, shoots and into the side netting. It got a deflection and it's gone behind for a corner kick to Brentford, who are running out of time now, and the urgency is starting to come from the men from Griffin Park.
So it's just not with the passing as well that Brentford can hurt you. They've got a lot of players that can just drive with the ball, very direct. Like Marcondes there, he made that for himself. He received it, he went by one player and then he got a shot away. They've got so many players that can do the exact same.
Again, everybody in the penalty area, and it's laid back here to Benrahma, who fizzes the shot high and over the top. And again, Davis, not a save to be made.
And look, they're getting there. They actually, the ball boys getting the ball for as well. Brentford are. The Stoke are trying to slow it down.
1-0 here on TalkSport 2. Lee Gregory's goal in the first half, as we're going to get another double change here for Brentford. Off goes Dalsgaard, on comes Shandon Baptiste. And also going off is Brian Mbuemo, who makes way. And he is to be replaced by Tariq Fosu, who comes into the action. So double changes, all 5 substitutions made now by Thomas Frank. He can do no more. He's sent the team on, and this is it. 7 minutes left, plus added on time, for Brentford to get a point that would keep their promotion fate firmly in their own hands. Ball headed forward by Stoke, but it's pumped forward the other end, and the header back from Chester was not a great one. Here's a chance now for Dervisoglu. Chester fell down, and while he was sat on the floor, has cleared it away. That is an unbelievable bit of defending. And then the foul from Powell again. It's not the first time we've said that today.
Nope.
But a word for Chester. The header back was a shocker.
Very lucky, wasn't he? I think he's the header back. You know, I don't even know why he's putting his head down there. He should be controlling the ball, but he's recovered well. But then, because he's recovered, he's actually he's sat down in front of, and then he's tackled him. He's very, very lucky to get away with that there, Mark.
Benrahma puts the ball in. Here's Watkins, and in the 8 yards out from goal, he miscontrols it.
Unlike him.
He's frustrated with himself. He didn't know whether to hit it first time, have a touch. In the end, he did neither. And he'll pick the ball up and put it on the 6-yard line for Adam Davis and saying, look, get on with it, please.
Yeah, it's like he's done everything right there, Watson, except just the touch. You know, he's made a great angle, upped his run, he was found, and like you say, he just caught in two minds. Just get control of the ball, get your shot away. You're right, you're about 8 yards out from goal there. Couldn't even make contact with the ball to control it. Not like him at all.
Not at all. As the ball cleared away, and it's downfield, flicked on, but all the way through to David Raya, who will waste no time getting the ball away to Norgard, who was under pressure from Tyrese Campbell, and the referee is going to blow for a free kick against him. It was already been booked, but wasn't a bad tackle, but just slightly late there.
Yeah, I think the referee's just telling Tyrese Campbell to just calm down as well. He is on a yellow card for that silly kicking the ball away basically as soon as he came on. And it's one of them, you have seen yellows given for that, but it was a genuine attempt to try and win the ball.
Was indeed. Ball over on the far side for Brentford. They trail here by a 1-0. Leeds United, as it stands, are going to be the champions of the Championship. And Klukas picks Benrahma's pocket on the halfway line. He waits for support. He arrives from Tommy Smith. Early ball into the box, looking for Campbell. Great interception by Janssen. It had to be as well. And he rolls the ball across his own 6-yard box. And Brentford, as is their desire, will play the ball out from deep inside their own half. And Klukas tries to win it back, but it was a good run from Fosu. Gets it to Canos on the near side. And this is Brentford, how they play. Leeds United as it's forward. Little flick round the corner from Marcondes. Here's Benrahma. Great tackle, crunching tackle from Powell. Got the ball as Campbell now runs at Pinnock. Campbell down the right hand side. He's trying to outpace Pinnock. They go shoulder to shoulder, and Pinnock stumbles as he gets the ball back to Rare, but the whistle had gone against Campbell. But that was a good, honest tussle.
That was, the Campbell, there was a lot of room to run into there. He's knocked it in. To be fair, Pinnock has went with him all the way. That he's just got his body in front. Great defending, but it just shows you how direct Campbell is as well in the threat. But what a challenge that was from Nick Powell. It's probably one of the only ones that he got right today.
Yeah, it was indeed. There's a Stoke player down on the near side, but it's play on here with Marcondes, one of 5 Brentford substitutes. Here's another Canos on the right-hand side. He's got the full-back to beat, but McLean, who defensively today has been fantastic, pokes it out for another throw-in. We've got 3 minutes of the 90 left. How's your nerve, Baggies fans?
Exactly. Well, James McLean, here at Stoke City, he's been playing that left-back role too many times, more often than not as well. But he's in his trusted position as a left wing.
Well, here's the ball over on the far side. It'll come to Canos. Stoke are very narrow. The ball from Canos bounces off McLean and out for a throw in. They're getting desperate now, Brentford. 2.5 minutes left. Stoke about to make a change. They will bring on Lasse Sorensen, about to come on for the home side, and he will come on for Gregory, whose goal at the moment is a winning one. And to be fair, he's worked his socks off this afternoon.
He's been excellent, without the ball, throwing himself about. He's had some great touches as well, great link-up play, and deserved his goal. So I'm delighted for him.
Ball down by the edge of the area. And a throw-in for Brentford that they will take now. Ball midway inside their half. Marcondes will get the ball away to Norgard, who tries to work it out. It's out for yet another throw-in on this near side. The nerves for Brentford are shredded. It's a foul throw there from Shandon Baptiste, who is urgent to get on with play, and he's given away a foul throw. And Stoke, well, that's another 10, 15, 20 seconds off the clock.
So wait, I'm looking at that there. Because he wasn't on the line and he's threw it in from a couple metres from the line, that's a foul throw. That doesn't make sense to me. Well, because the linesman just saying, you've got to throw. I'm just seeing the way that the linesman's gesturing to Baptista there.
I don't know. Well, he's indicating it was a foul throw, and it is a throw in to Stoke, which Bruno Martins Indy will take.
Very slowly as well, just like you say.
I said 15, 20 seconds. I was about half a minute short, wasn't I? We're in the 89th, 90th minute now. It's Stoke 1, Brentford 0. The roller coaster for West Bromwich Albion and Brentford fans goes on. Will it be the Baggies or the Bees who've got the advantage going into the final day on Wednesday of the Championship season? Or will one of them have to make do with the playoffs? Ball out wide as Powell lunged in again. Here's Pinnock coming forward. The 4th official is just inputting the number down below us. There's another robust tackle from Stoke, and they've won a free kick. And more rolling around on the floor.
Well, it's Powell again, isn't it? He just read the game. He was lucky not to give away a free kick on Marcondes there, but then he gets up, gets himself into position, retrieves the ball, intercepts it there, and then just invites the challenge. Oh, and he's actually up. I thought he was going to kind of milk that for another couple of minutes.
Well, there's 5 minutes left of added on time here, Chris. It's Mark Wilson and Chris Uwellamo live at the Bet365. Stoke 1, Brentford 0, as Sorensen was on the end of a quickly taken free kick, but Raya was across even faster and pokes the ball out off the Stoke youngster. Raya gets it back, but it's at the wrong end of the field here as we go into the added on time. And well, they're just playing passes inside their own, deep inside their own half, Brentford. They eventually get it now to Pontus Jansson. The West Brom fans now, they'll be hiding behind the sofa. They'll be listening but not listening. They don't want to hear of a Brentford goal. I think we can safely say Leeds are going to be the champions with 2 games for them remaining. You'll hear them live on TalkSport tomorrow afternoon at Derby as Brentford come forward. Here's Baptiste, tries to go past his man, it's cleared away, only as far as Fosu, gets it to Benrahma. Is there one moment of brilliance left in Brentford? There could be, it's ball cleared into the area now. Watkins gets it wide for Canos, goes across goal, and Benrahma's sliding in, couldn't turn it goal bound, and it's behind for a goal kick. It just needed a little bit more curl on it from Canos.
Yeah, it did. You know, Benrahma to Watson, and then to Canos. And you know what? It was like a cross shot, wasn't it? You're saying he had a little bit more bend. I'm thinking he should go for goal. You know, try and put your laces through it. But he was in two minds. He's just seeing if there's any bodies trying to kind of throw themselves at that one there. But it just shows you Benrahma, the quality, Watkins, the link-up play round the corner to Canos. He should do better, in my opinion, where he is in the box here. Probably 12 yards out, 13 yards out from goal.
Yeah, ball goes forward for Stoke. Bounces all the way through to Raya, who bowls it out quickly. 2 of the added on 5 have gone. Ball played forward, everybody. Pinnock's up there now as a makeshift centre forward. Brentford need a goal. Doesn't matter what it looks like, it just needs to go in as Canos drives infield. He's 30 yards out, he moves it wide now. Here's Baptiste, moves it on to Fosu on the far side. He'll cut back in, back to Baptiste, back to Norgard. Ball comes into the area, Pinnock gets a header on it. Oh, now was there a push there? They're appealing. The Brentford people that are in the ground were screaming for a penalty. They don't get one, and Campbell has got the ball, and Klukas makes a run, as does Sorensen, and Campbell's gone without it. Well, Stoke, they're committed, and that is there's a head knock, there's a player down. That was a poor challenge there from Stoke, and McLean's going to get a yellow card. I don't think he can have any complaints about that, but there's a head knock for a Stoke player. But I just wonder there, if that ball from Campbell is made, if he passes it to Sorensen, they're clean through on goal.
But Campbell never even seen the run from Sorensen. He's actually took it on himself. But I've got to say,
wow, hold on, I'm just going to jump in because Thomas Frank is in the Stoke dugout, and he's chest to chest here
with Billy McKinley.
Billy McKinley, and their tempers are rising.
But it's because of the challenge on Macondes there. From
it was poor, wasn't it?
It was disgusting, terrible challenge.
It was poor. McLean in the book. It was a nasty looking challenge. Well, we've had 3.5 of the 5 added on. We're going to have plenty more to come as well. And just struggling to see who it is that's down at the moment for Stoke. I think it's Powell, isn't it, that's down.
He did go up and challenge and win the flick. It came off his back, but he fell very awkwardly. So I don't know if did he put his hands to his head, but it looks like he's holding his groin or his knee.
Well, he looks in a pretty sorry state, doesn't he, Powell? Nathan Collins is about to come on, and this is a defender, so you know it tells you everything, doesn't it? Brentford basically have got Janssen playing at the back and everybody else attacking the goal.
Yeah.
It's a 1-9 formation for Brentford. 4 they added on 5. We're going to get plenty more than the 5, don't worry about that. We'll be live at Craven Cottage shortly on TalkSport 2, where it is Stoke 1, Brentford 0. We're in the 5th minute of 5 added on, but we have just had a couple of minutes delay here. Lee Gregory with a goal on 38 minutes, and whilst Brentford have tried hard in this second half, they've not had too many efforts on target. We just saw Canos cross go all the way through the 6-yard box, but they couldn't turn it into the back of the net, as Collins will come on for Powell, and now Janssen is remonstrating, and Brentford here, Chris Iwelumo, they're starting to lose their cool.
No, they are, and what they're losing their cool just now is Sam Klukas saying to the referee it's a drop ball, but because he actually blew the whistle for the
free kick,
for the Nick Powell being down holding his head, and then that's when James McLean went in and basically smashed Macondes, so he's gave it back to them. Klukas was not happy about it.
He's not. We're in now at the discretion of the referee how long we're going to add on as the ball headed into the box. Chance for the shot, and he's palmed away by Davis at full stretch. It was Pinnock up as the centre forward, smashes it goal bound, and Davis palms it away for a corner. Late drama here at the Bet365 corner for Brentford, who are now seconds away from giving up that chance to go second, and the goalkeeper's up here. Reyes come forward. Brentford need a goal. Ball comes into the area. Raya gets the header on it. It bounces behind for a goal kick, and the West Bromwich Albion fans will be roaring their approval now, because having slipped up last night at Huddersfield, they may well be going into the final game of the season second in the Championship behind the new Champions League United.
Like you say, it's unbelievable. Adam Davies there, what a great save that is from Pinnock, and they just went direct. They went from back to front, big ball, won the header, picked up second balls, and then it fell to Pinnock. He's done everything right, hit the bottom left hand corner. What a save that is, just to put it out for the corner itself. And then, like you say, Rhea and everyone coming up, and it wasn't a bad corner as well. Rhea's actually the one that was up and made contact with the head.
Referee, sorry Chris, looks at his watch. We've had 6 and a bit minutes as the ball right down the other end of the field, and Sam Clucas roars his team forward. As it stands, West Brom would need to beat Queen's Park Rangers to join Leeds in the Premier League next season. Ball on halfway. Brentford have the ball. They come now to this near side. Here's Said Benrahma. Benrahma feeds Watkins. Watkins down the right hand side. Puts a cross in. He's headed away at the near post for another corner. Danny Bart, wonderful defending. And Raya comes forward again here. Surely this is it. 7 minutes added on time. More drama here in the Championship, live on TalkSport 2. As Marcondes will take the corner kick for Brentford. It's floated towards the 6-yard box. It's headed on at the far post. It's going to run away. It's a goal kick. And Stoke City now are seconds away from being safe in the Championship. And more importantly, West Bromwich Albion are seconds away from knowing a win, and they're in the Premier League.
Yeah, exactly that. Massive, isn't it? You know what? And Brentford, they've not really been great today, and that's the thing, you know. And we see an urgency now. This should have been probably 10 minutes into the second half. We should have been seeing this action, urgency, getting on the ball, going direct the way they have been. There's Norgard there, made contact, but not done enough in my opinion.
And that is it. The full-time whistle goes. Stoke City win and are safe in the Championship. But Brentford's run of 8 successive victories comes crashing to a halt right when they needed something. They came up with nothing. Lee Gregory's goal on 38 minutes, a tap-in from close range after Raya parried a Clucas shot. Ultimately the difference on the day. Leeds United are champions of the Championship, but the big winners this afternoon, undoubtedly West Bromwich Albion, who will stay second despite their slip last night. They are second, and they know if they beat Queen's Park Rangers, they will be going back to the Premier League. For Brentford, they can only hope. They will entertain Barnsley on Wednesday night, knowing that the playoffs may well be their destination. Fulham live up next at 3 o'clock. They still got a squeak of the automatic spots. If they can win, the drama of the Championship continues, and you get the feeling it's not all over yet. Congratulations to Stoke, a great win for them. Commiserations to Brentford. Full time at the Bet365. Stoke City 1, Brentford 0.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Mark Wilson. What a brilliant win for Stoke City. And West Brom, it's still in their hands. Beat QPR on Wednesday, and they will be joining Leeds in the Premier League. This is EFL Live. Russ Williams here. Let's just react to today's result with 888 Sport.
Football Form Focus on TalkSport 2 with 888 Sport. Take them on at 888sport.com. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Well, Chris Uwalumo, brilliant win for Stoke City, of course, guaranteeing their place in the Championship. It looked a bit dodgy for them earlier in the season, but Brentford, and what was it? A sort of complacency? Have they run out of steam? What do you put it down to, Chris?
Well, I have to say, I thought the first probably 10-15 minutes Brentford weren't in the game at all. You know, they were on their back foot, and then all of a sudden you've seen the quality players that they had, and the little passes of the play that they had, and you knew the danger that they could cause, but I never seen it enough, you know. And it's bizarre, you know. They've won the 8 games on the bounce. They've got themselves into the position. It's all in their hands, and you expect them to just step up and do what they do and what they've done really well since the restart. and they never turned up. You know, there was Mark said many times in the commentary that they never had that urgency in their play. They're 1-0 down at Stoke.
Exactly.
All they needed was a draw, Russ, to go into second, and then it's all in their hands. They'll be disappointed, but they've got to react and go again.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting what Thomas Frank has to say in his comments to the press after this, because 8 wins on the bounce. They were unstoppable, Chris. They were the form team. Everybody else was drawing the odd game, stumbling a bit. We saw it with West Brom, didn't we, last night? And, you know, I'm sure they would have been in many people's accumulators today to make it win number 9.
No, you're spot on. Now, you think about that. You think about how it would have felt last night for West Brom, knowing that it wasn't in their hands anymore. It's like, and now it is. It's back in the hands. So that feeling of dejection that they would have felt. Now, like you say, Brentford have been in that position, chasing, knowing that it's not in their hands. And today,